There's a like, but there's no peoples. It says it's always lying. It's a liar. Oh, there's a person with a like. Like. Hello. I'm not sure how many people are here because this doesn't really tell me the truth, but I'm doing some readings and donation-based readings with Super Chat, and the description box has a place for people to donate as well if they don't want to use Super Chat. I'm also just gonna like take them in the order that they come in, and you know, just see how it goes for however long I feel like I can hang, and yeah. I'm gonna be live again on the 5th for the moon, and then I'm gonna be live again for the free readings for the members on the 11th, and then Bridget Rau channel I'll be live on the 3rd or something. I don't remember. No, tomorrow, right? Tomorrow? No, I changed it to the second week that I do the lives, but I might go live tomorrow on Bridget Rau channel for the members, and then do another donation one over there on a different day. But I've been, you know, reprimanded and told I can't go live and all of that stuff up until recently. So now that I'm allowed to be back, I'm back. But, you know, trying to survive. Not easy. I have this big thing that I like, but it's too low to the ground. I'm gonna slide it out of the way. It looks nice, but it's just too short. How's everybody doing? In between people donating, I will also, you know, just talk to you guys and pull cards. I'm gonna grab my other charger. I might even just go live on both channels because why not? Why not? Stop me. Stop me from using my platforms. Is anybody here? Oh, I don't know. It doesn't. Hopefully I've set it up correctly. But we'll see. It told me on this thing, on this one, that I wasn't able to go live. Like, no. I want the... Where's my big one? God damn it. Where's my other channel, man? Count action required. Great. Great. I've been getting a lot of trouble for being, you know, myself. No, I don't want to log into that one. I got too many things. Too many channels, too many places, too many rules and regulations. I know my laptop is qualified. It told me that I couldn't go live on Divine Essentials channel with my phone. That phone. This phone, it was like, sure. That one, it was like, you're not eligible. Don't know why. Have no idea. It just seems to be the running theme lately. I'm running into all these troubles. I know they want me to go on Rumble, and they're like, why are you being so stupid, Bridget? Just do what we tell you. Yeah, I know. They're out there talking to me. I look like a psychopath, but I don't care, because they are out there talking to me all the time. I was talking to somebody last night on my Instagram, like in the messenger, and you can record your voice to send it back to each other. And I was like, it's so hard because I've got like these things out here, like, it was so funny because she knew exactly what I meant, but it just sounds like insanity. Like, oh yeah, these like blah, 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 blahs out there talking to me about what I need to do, when I need to do it. And then they like reprimand me if I don't. I get blocked. Like, perfect example, today I prayed for some help with something, and then like within 20 minutes I got a phone call from somebody to be like, hey, blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, sure, here. Don't pay me. Don't worry about it. Like, just take it. And I was like, okay. So asking for help does help. And you know, putting it out there to the universe does help us to get what we need, but it is hard, especially when you have to ask for help, and you're not somebody that likes to do that. I have 1111 here too that says awakening codes, mirrors, synchronicity, it's safe to say no, all of that stuff. And I see a super chat, so thank you, Laura. Hi, Bridget and everyone. Hi, Laura. How are you? Do you have any specific question or anything that you wanted to know about? Or just open for messages of the divine in relationship to anything particular, like a person or a situation or the lovely life that we all have out here. Starseed Soul. Got Starseed Soul coming through. We signed up for this. Major obstacles to rise up and heal and ascend, and we're anchoring high energy onto the earth. So if you need a confirmation on being a starseed, you are one. And a star keeper. And this says you're guardian of the galaxy, keeper of the stars, keeper of the fire in your veins, fearlessness in your heart, and a cleanser. And you're united with your soul mission and purpose, which is to just kind of be a frequency shifter. So, you know, keep on doing that. By just being here, that's what you do. And then you got wave maker. So I don't know if you've been feeling a lot of emotions. It says an emotional cleansing current of love is flowing through you. And your lived experiences are unique and meaningful, so share your stories with others. I don't know if you've been thinking about embracing your energy healing role on the planet as a tarot reader or a cleanser, a shifter, a healer for others, a seed planter. That's what the star seeds are, is we're planting seeds for people. And we do have fearlessness in our hearts. We don't care about the rules so much. We break the rules. We do our own things. We've seen the dark. We've seen the light. We know what it's all about. But oh, you have marriage too. So I know you have a twin, and it says always in relationships, codependence, needing a lover, stand in power solo. I feel like this is for him because he's been a little codependent and a little like jumpy around with people. And things that haven't been the best for him, and there may be a fear. I think he might be an air sign. I think we all had air sign twins, if I'm correct. I'm not sure, but he feels like a prisoner. He feels like he can't breathe, like when he thinks about certain things. Music may be helpful to your situation with that person, just like uplifting your own spirit, uplifting your own energy. Hi, Melissa. And then ancient Egypt, it says you left Atlantis to teach in the mystery schools as a high priestess or a high priest. And then Ireland is here too. And Ireland's been coming up a lot lately for me with St. Bridget and Cygnus, the constellation, which is next to the one that's out there for Pegasus or for the unicorns, Andromeda. So Andromeda and Cygnus for me have been tying together. Cygnus is a swan. Swan is to the twin flames. Scribe says a natural ability to express yourself through automatic writing will bring you answers, and ancient Greece is here. So this is like you've got Pleiadian, Andromedan, ancient Druid wisdom. You have the teachings and the information inside of you. You've already taught it here before. You can teach it to others through just doing whatever you want to do. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm open for messages. It's a little delayed. Sorry. But it says you find peace because you've done this before. So you will know how to fight. You'll know how to fight the fighters. You'll know how to be the peacemaker. You've been here for Atlantis. Obviously, if you left Atlantis to go teach in the mystery schools, you were already here for that. And you have an awareness of the power struggles and the bullshit on the planet. You may feel orphaned at times or not a part of your family. But, you know, the love that you have has begun in another lifetime, and it's going to live on for more. And with the old soul, it says you've lived many lives, and you may have been very old in the passing of some of them, but you also have your inner child here working with you. So I feel like you had a life where you passed very young as a child and a life where you passed very old. So you've known the fullness, the spectrum of life, and it's inside of you. So you can teach that to others. You've also got wealthy. So I know a lot of people who have that wealth in another life can struggle in another. So it's like, oh wow, like this was so easy. I was so wealthy. Now you're going to know the other side of it. Now you're going to be a little poor or a little struggling. And even in one lifetime, we have that where it's like we go on a roller coaster of up and down to show us the vastness of life, especially if we get a little forgetful when we get to the other side. Like if we start being um, like weird, like we have beliefs. So it's like if we grew up poor, we will have a consistent way of being in our life. Even if we have money and consistent like income and good stuff happening, our beliefs in our mind can go back to that reverted childhood where it was like we had to wait and we couldn't afford this and people banging on the door when you're showering and turning down the thermometer, and all of that stuff is ingrained in us. So we can lose our money later in life if we have money from those old beliefs that we need to clear out. So I feel like working with your inner child and any beliefs that were gathered as an inner child setting would be very beneficial for you. And it's funny because last night I was talking to Jenny, and she shared something. I made a group for when I was going to go live with the girls that I went live with. So it's just like 4 of us in there on my website. But there's the other group that you're in, and I believe Melissa's in. But last night Jenny shared something to it, specifically the one that there's the 4 of us are in. And she was like, I wish I shared that to the other one so that so that Monica could benefit, so you could benefit, so other people could benefit, because it's about money and it's about us stepping into a better place of abundance. And the belief work, like it's a hypnotist, like a hypnosis script that she's read so that we can overcome the beliefs or overcome those things that are in us that are sabotaging our abundance and sabotaging our joy and sabotaging our businesses and things like that. So I will make a point to share that to the other group that everybody's in. And I'm going to be making more groups for different reasons, for like new beginnings here, to help people to step into their business. There's going to be groups for that. There's going to be groups for extended readings. There's going to be a lot of things that I'm coming off of Etsy. Etsy's no longer working. I'm coming off of probably YouTube and Instagram and going over to Rumble, but I need to tell people about it before I do it. So letting those people know that. But it is a time of transition. So I feel like if you're somebody that's been in a transition, just know that it's part of that thing that we're going through right now. We got the dark blue galactic dragon, and earlier today I brought these outside. I was going to read from it, but it was wicked windy and it was like blah, blah, blah. And this one went flying and stuck to the fence, and it was like obviously he wanted to be seen today. He says, helps you to listen to the voice of the universe, ignites the codes of your master blueprint, and it accesses cosmic wisdom to enter higher service. So the other night, Colette Baron Reed had a free course that she had shared, and I had seen Mystic Moon had shared a post, something about like, what is your blueprint? It was like a pick a card blueprint. And then after that, I saw something to do with blueprint, okay? And that was another blueprint thing. Then I went and I have an old memory pop up. If it was like, I had done a guided meditation for people in a group setting, and it was another blueprint thing. It was like how to, connect with your blueprint. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I'll share the screenshot later. This is another blueprint. In that thing with Colette Baron Reed, she said, we've got to figure out your blueprint, or blah, 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 blah. We're going to meet the spirit of your business. We're going to take the spirit of your business on a lunch date. And it's very similar to the teachings that I was learning not too long ago in that 5-day mastery class that I took about money, our relationship with money, our relationship with our business. Instead of looking at our business as like a physical entity, which our business can be anything. It could be whatever we're doing in the moment. It could be like, I'm a cashier. It's still your business. It's still what you're doing to make money. If you have something inside of you that you feel guided to do, and you want to be a healer and a reader and things like that, that's part of your blueprint. So we want to figure out, what does your blueprint look like, or what does your spirit of your business look like? And you could do that with a quick meditation. We did it with money. We were like, for me, I went up and I saw, what does money look like to me? And money to me came in like a cartoon dude, a big, huge, like larger than life, huger than me, cartoon dude with googly eyes. And the problem that I was having with money was that I was not taking it serious enough. So I made like a thing with it, and I had to go up from my perspective into the money's perspective. And then I had to go up and look at it from a third eye view of a perspective of this meeting between me and money. We had like we met in a room for a meeting, and it was like even the way the room looked was important. When I did the Colette Baron Reed thing, she's like, all right, let's go meet the spirit of your business. And she brought us into a room, and it was a room for people to sit and meet the spirit of their business. Mine was a shape shifting, like half, this, that, and the other thing. It was a dolphin, mermaid, Cygnus, the swan type of looking thing going on. And it made sense for me because I've always shapeshifted. I've never stayed on. I've got 2 channels. I've got 2 YouTubes. I've got 2 Instagrams. I've got 2 Facebooks. I've got 2 of everything because I'm always doing a lot of shapeshifting among what I do for my work. So doing something like that, I shared that link too. I'll share that to the other group. I shared that for that course. I don't know how long it's available for, but even if it's not available, I'm actually going to be teaching about finding our niche and things like that next for Alcyon Light Healing. So if you're interested in being, your own business, or even just amplifying your business in the mundane world, these practices are going to be helpful. And I will include that thing where we can meet our spirit of our business through a meditation. We can meet money through our meditation, and see what we're looking at with it, and what is the problem with me and money, or what is the problem with me and my business, what is the problem with me and my ability to go take action for that. And this says the black dragon from Saturn brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline, and focus on your ultimate vision, and then congratulate yourself because you have passed the test. So like, I shared a video to someone earlier that I made for them very quickly. I used the Ocean of Emotion deck, and it's because I knew they were dealing with money issues, and I was like, hey, I asked Spirit what's going on, and they got like a lot of the same things. It's like, we've got to visualize our success, we've got to see ourselves where we want to be, and then act like it's already there, like congratulate ourselves like we've already got it, so that we can have it. This black dragon, another black dragon, cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, and undergo the metamorphosis. I literally just said we're going through a time of change and transition. And the emerald dragon was here a few minutes ago. It's back again. It says, brings in the healing and cosmic abundance. Good fortune is coming. Let your thoughts support your divine perfection. Align with your 5th dimensional blueprint. So yeah, align with that blueprint, allow yourself to get to that abundance. Kuan Yin's pink dragon says, brings firm love that resets your karmic balance. See all your cords dissolve by the transcendence of love, and enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. So see the wise part of yourself, and use those wise eyes to know that like things are good, okay? If you feel foolish, you feel like you made a mistake, you feel like things have not been great, just know that you're transforming. If you feel lonely, just know that you're not alone. We're all out here feeling that way. A lot of us are miserable and unhappy and sad and scared and frustrated and all of those things, but we tend to isolate and lock ourselves away when that's happening. We need to not do that. We need to come together with our communities and speak to each other, especially when we're anxious, especially when we feel like, So, don't ever feel bad about that or feel guilty about that. Know that you deserve love, and you deserve support, and you deserve to be, doing what you want to do. Hello, Beltane blessings. Yes, to heal the money wounds, in a sense, I feel like with my Capricorn North Node, I have to find a way to be more independent and autonomous. Things have been shifted big time. Hello. If you have a card for me, that would be amazing. I'm struggling to communicate with the one I love. Okay. Green Gold Dragon from Sirius says, brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. So if you're having communication problems, speak to spirit, and know, like, there's different ways to speak to people. Like, you don't have, like, I saw something recently, like, if you're having problems with a person, like, that you and this person have a fight, what is the first color that comes to your mind? Don't even think about it. Just the first color that comes to mind, like green, okay? So We want to send that color green to them. Maybe they have heart problems. Maybe they're blocked in their heart. Maybe they're not receiving our love. That's a spiritual technology or a way of communicating with people, dissolving issues with people that we care about and love. And we don't need to give it a whole lot of thought. We just need to practice and feel safe within ourselves to do it. And then Inanna, what's my name? Inanna. See, every time I see Inanna stuff come up, I'm like, why did she do that? And then I think, Rihanna, I think that she's spiritually doing something. So I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. You know, don't hide yourself. If you're I know a lot of people who love people, or they like get caught up with the twin flame stuff or the divine counterpart stuff or whatever. They hide their true selves. Dance your troubles away, have a good time, feel celebratory about who you are. And then gratitude, be grateful for everything you have in this moment. Know that there is no death. Extreme times call for extreme reflection, and dance your troubles away. Look at the clouds and you know, be spontaneous with your inner child. You know, do things that feel weird, that like bring out that inner child within us. You know, everybody, like whatever messages come through me when I'm doing these, they're for everybody, because it usually does speak to everybody on some level. We've got the mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except for love. So you are divine. We all are divine, but we hide ourselves, or we pretend that we're not like who we truly are. Here's Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. So, you know, she has a lot of different things go on with her, because she had been the saint Bridget, and then she had been the goddess Bridget, but she made it through that bullshit. You know, when they were doing, like, the Catholic Church came in and they sent Patrick, who was not a saint, he was a Roman fucking son of some asshole, who went to, like, destroy everybody. She made it through that because she was so loved and she was so celebrated that they didn't X her out like they did a lot of people, and they made her a saint so that they could keep her stuff around. They've since, you know, taken away some of her stuff within the Catholic whatever, but she's still well loved and celebrated. And right now, May Day and Beltane and all of that is a big time to celebrate Bridget and connect with her energy. She's somebody that does, you know, like, she brings in abundance, she brings spring, she brings in the seeds of potential that we've been growing all this time, and she helps us to you know, anchor our light. She's the shaman, she's the exalted one. My name means the exalted one. Bridget means the exalted one. It says, Our Lady of Exalted Light, I give endlessly because the light is without end, and in my soul is all I need. So she's got the eternal flame. She's always burning brighter and brighter, brighter. There's no end to her. She's always going to go. And we all have that ability to tap into that at any time, and call on her. You know, light a candle. Inanna is another one you could call on her to help you to see who you are. You know, like, be seen in the fullness of who you are. Don't feel like you need to hide yourself. The goddess of self-knowledge, the essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. So use your wisdom to create things. The poetess has been here twice now, so I love every inch of my body, and I love the woman in my life fiercely. Earlier tonight, I was thinking about that saying that people say, I'm genuinely happy for you. You know, like when people say, I'm genuinely happy for you. I'm like, as opposed to what? Genuinely not being happy for people? Like, what the fuck? And Spirit, like, slammed something when I was thinking it. And it's because it's true. It's like, people aren't happy for people. People only want to, like, be there to see other people suffer or struggle, or because they're down on their luck. It's like, it's weird. Not everybody, but there's a lot of people out there. Like, the fact that you feel the need to say, I'm genuinely happy for you, is weird. And it's because we know that there's people who aren't. It's because we know that there's a lot of karmic, toxic people out there that won't celebrate the withered old dead shit that's like, people only like, you know, you got to pay attention to the people in your corner who's showing up to celebrate you at all fucking levels, at the low end and at the high end and in between, because the ones that are only there when you're down and out and in your bad times, there's a reason for that. They like that. They feed off of that. They get like okay, I could be your friend now because you're not, I don't know, you're not better than me right now is maybe what the thinking is, but they're not probably thinking that. But just be aware of those things and those ways that we word stuff, and why are we feeling the compelled need to say things like that. And then I'm spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself, the mother of all believers. She's like the entrepreneur in this deck. The Kadaja. I don't know what her exact name is. And this deck is weird. It doesn't have a order in it. Kadaja is the power we all possess to be aware of the spiritual realm and fully immersed with the material world. She was a widow in Saudi Arabia in the 6th century, and she became wealthy merchant who was deeply respected and known as Al-Tariya, the Pure One, or Al-Kurba, the Great. It is said that her wealth, she fed the poor, provided for her children from her first 2 marriages, and took care of her extended family. She had a dream shortly after hiring a young merchant named Muhammad to work with her. And in the dream, the sun descended into her courtyard, fully illuminating her home. Her cousin told her that it meant that that the prophet would soon grace her doorstep. She realized that her new employee, Muhammad, was the prophet, and so she asked him to marry her. They were married for 25 years. She regarded as one of the most important female figures in Islam, followed by her daughter, with the prophet Fatima. And it is said that when the Muhammad told Khadijah about the first revelation from the angel Gabriel in the cave of Hira, she was the first person to convert to Islam. Muhammad remarried after her death, but was never closer to a subsequent wife than he had been with her. She was his constant confidant and partner. And when you select her card, there's an ancient narrative and a destructive misunderstanding that if we are going to be spiritual, then we have to renounce the material world. The body, however, is the soul's chance to be here. So a healthy relationship to the material world is crucial and integral to the reaching of our spiritual potential. Khadijah represents the power and importance of knowing we can provide for ourselves. This power gives us roots and confidence and allows us to create relationships from a place of interdependence rather than codependence. When we cultivate the capacity, we have to create more and more freedom for ourselves, and we can make choices for our life based on truth, not just on survival. There's also a false idea about the true love, how true love will find us and when and how. She liberates us from those fairy tales that we need to be saved, or that we need to be supported or provided for by our life partner. She provided for the prophet, and her older age and significant status in the community made her more attractive, not less. She was a middle-aged businesswoman, single mom, and she was ripe with resources and ripened with opportunities to love. Living into our true power and purpose does not make us less eligible. She reminds us that there is no linear timetable that eliminates us from having the sun descend in our courtyard, and she lets us remember that we are worthy of the abundance measured in gold and the abundance measured in the depth of our love. And it says, the soul voice meditation, do I feel worthy of abundance? And the intention, I'm spiritually and financially abundant, and I am provided heaven and earth for myself. So she's a good message for people out there that may be feeling like, I need help. Let me see. Boop, 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 ba-doop, boop, boop, ba-doop. Hi, hello. Oh, wow, totally makes sense. Awesome sauce. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Laura. I like coming to the lives because some messages resonate big time for me. And I think that's what always kind of happens for us. It's like it goes, to all of us when we need it. You haven't got paid yet, so I can't. It's okay. I'll get your card if you have something. Do you have like a question? I didn't get to do the last reading, so I did say I was going to be on for a reading in between. So I know you're a member, and you didn't get one last time because I was like blocked. The Lady of Guadalupe. There was a place like one of those like places where people go do like the teen dances like when you're 14 and stuff. And I think it was the Guadalupe or somebody like that. I don't know who she was, but we had like a center near here that was for something like that. But she says, I am safe and divinely protected, and I am held in love at all times. And then, hello. Umoja is the mermaid, and she is the ocean of creative energy, and she gives birth to what exists within her. And Mira Bay is the love is what sets me free. I'm married to my own soul, but I know you've been wanting to put yourself out there, be creatively expressing yourself. It's funny because Be Creatively was the first name of my first website. It was going to be Creatively You, and I put it up. It was becreativelyu.com. It had my poems and my like drawings and my art and my paintings and just all the stuff that I do. And I ended up taking it down and changing it to divineessential.com when I really fully embraced the spiritual aspect of stuff. But I feel like I've been feeling called to bring that back, the creative, just even if it's its own entity, not like my spiritual place that I practice, but just like the place that I share my poems, the place that I share my art. And I feel like if I do that, I can help guide you better with like how to do your own, because I know you want to put your lyre out there. I know you want to put your poems out there, and I know you want to do it in a way that like you can turn it into your income. So um I've been thinking about, just starting over in places, and I am starting over with like Rumble and stuff like that. So when I go there, follow along and do what I do, like come do what I do. Try to let go of what's old and doesn't work anymore, whatever's withered away, and know that staying in places that are outdated or are withered is toxic for you. You don't need that anymore. It's time to cleanse and clear the energies. You felt called to learn more of your people, and the healers from the great grandfather were sort of into moon phases and herbal stuff. Yes, I'm reciting poems and rails, and awesome. So come over to Rumble and make one there, because people are seeing that much better than they are seeing like this stuff, especially if it's a spiritually based thing. And it's like a YouTube, but it's an uncensored YouTube. But like pay attention to people who lie to you. It says pay attention to the signs in their actions. Okay, so people in your life may be running from the truth. I feel like people are running from the truth in your life. You got to ask people their intentions. What are their intentions? What are they doing? Why are they doing it? Like always try to be transparent. And if people aren't being transparent back to you, make sure that you get rid of those people. And if you feel like you can't breathe, if you're getting anxious and try to take time to calm down and breathe and rest and relax. I was on like last night talking to someone, and I could hear her anxiety coming through her. Like she was thinking of awesome ideas and good things to do to help overcome that, but I could still hear the anxiety and like other things that are going on in the life that were like adding to that anxiety. And that does nothing but block us, except, it's just like, oh, it's a big block because the universe delivers what we feel. So if we're not feeling comfortable, if we're not feeling good and provided for and safe and secure and healthy and loved, and then it makes it very hard for us to get more of that into our life. And it's a very quick down when we are taken away from that. Yeah, deceit. This person has lied before and will lie again. And again, intentions. So I would ask for clear intentions for yourself first off. Like that's the biggest part of business too, is like, what is my why? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Come up with the best version of that for your business, no matter what your business is. You know what I mean? Like when I write up those things, like I have a reason. I had one that I did not too long ago. And I did all the I's. I was like integrity, intentional, insight, intuition, um, being in our like being integrity. What the hell was the other one? Authenticity, all of that stuff. But then it says endings are really just beginnings. So if you've been going through endings, just know that there's new beginnings coming too. I feel like we've been at a big precipice of change right now for people, but endings are really just new beginnings disguised as a ending, and we freak out because we're not used to it and we don't like change. People, especially earth sign people, they don't like change at all. We're like, oh my god, keep it the same forever, please. I'm gonna do the same thing every day. I'm gonna eat the same food every day. I'm gonna do the same thing every moment. Love the same person for the rest of my life, even if it's detrimental. Like, it's just what we do. And I'm a full-on freaking earth person. I'm earth all the way. I'm Taurus, Sun, Capricorn, Moon, Capricorn, Rising, Capricorn this, fucking Taurus, Venus. I'm a weirdo. And so I get very grounded and stuck. But it's time to change. So I know you have a lot of the Capricorn, the stellium Capricorn energy, so I'm sure that has been probably bothering you too, to go through the change. But I see the ritual here, practicing and doing our rituals every day is going to help us to get rid of the old, processing the old wounds, working with the rhythm of creation. So when we know it's time to release, we need to write those things down and release them. And then we know it's time to give birth to something new, like May Day. It's time to think those good intentions of who am I, why am I, what am I doing, and how am I doing it. And you would be honored to learn from you. I will sign up. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you. I'm going to try to do a lot of stuff for free, because I know people can't like pay. But I'm also going to do like the videos. Like the next video I'm going to do is a candle one, because I have somebody in another country that I haven't been able to get them their candles for some reason. It's been like very blocked. But the next video that I'm going to create probably this week, like in terms of a video that's for sale, is going to be the how to do your own candle business with like the spiritual intention part of it. There's already the how to make your own deck one on my website, but there's going to be that one. And then I'm going to be sharing more tips and things like that just for free. Like in terms of business, and then again just doing what I do, like when I do stuff, or following along, like look at what other people do, like what are similar to what you're doing. That's going to be very beneficial. True love will be yours too. So if you've been worried about that, it's time to step out of your comfort zone, because that's how you're going to get your true love. So wherever you've been feeling like, I don't know, I'm going to be a little nervous about putting this out there, anything you don't share, like you think about sharing it but then you don't share it, fucking share it, put it out there. Are we going to have the second? Yes. I have the 5th is the moon. And then next Tuesday, we're going to be doing the live readings for the channel members. And then that's on Bridget Rau. And then next Thursday, we have the membership readings for the members on this channel. Hopefully that makes sense. So the 5th is the moon night, which is free for everybody to come to. And then the 9th, is it the 9th? I gotta look. My brain is dumb. It's like, what? What's today? 5, 1, boom. Today's the 5/1, right? Where's my calendar? Oh, there it is. All right, so the 9th will be the Bridget Rau channel live, and the 11th will be the Divine Essentials channel live for the members to get their free readings. Tonight is just like an impromptu one. People don't have to do a $10 donation. They could just do like even a $1 donation just for the energy exchange. Also just taking people's questions, because I know not everybody can afford it. But I literally spent the last of my money today on dog food. So I was like, I need to do some things and get myself back out there, especially after being silenced for all that time, and just in general. Because if you don't pay for ads, it's harder for you. But I know the tricks around paying for ads. Like on Facebook, if you share a memory, if you share somebody else's something, if you share anything with a link that goes off of the platform, even on here, if you share a link off of the platform, don't have that be the first thing in your description box, because that will limit how many people see it. If you're on Facebook or whatever, make your own picture with your own content above it, like the whatever words are. Like the other day I shared somebody else's thing, but I took the picture, saved it to my phone, copied the text, and then uploaded that, and 17 people liked it, as opposed to like the rail that I share that's one person liking it. There's ways around this stuff, but you've just got to pay attention, and see what works, what doesn't work. But like if you share a memory, it's unlikely to get seen. Share links, it's unlikely to get seen. You share somebody else's thing, unlikely to get seen. But your own content, like if you take a picture, that's more likely. And also keep it short. Break up your sentences. Like when you write something, don't just do like a full on because people can't process that. Short little boop boop, even with the dots. Like if you could give people benefits in the dots, you know what I'm talking about? Like a sequential, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like people read that much better. There's tricks to the trade of getting people to like take the message or take the information in a much better way than if you're just like at them, because they can't do it. And a lot of people scan websites in a certain way too. They've literally have it like there's a hot something, I think it's hotjar.com. You can have it scan your website and tell you like what people are looking at, what people aren't looking at, like what is the thing that they do. Like most people make like a Z pattern when they look at stuff so that they miss all the stuff here and here. A lot of times people won't read a big long description. They just want to know, how does it benefit them? What are they going to get for it? How much is it? What are the dimensions of it? You know, things like that. If you got a deck that you want to sell online, put the dimensions of it, how many cards are in it, and then the boop, 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 like all capitals, or just something to break up the formatting of the text. Makes or breaks it. You know, and you'll see that when you look at other people's stuff, when you're like, oh yeah, that I can see how that makes sense. Like even in here, there's little like paragraphs, you know, like see how the paragraphs are broken? That makes it easier for people to read. But when it's just one large, bleh, it's just too much for people. I have a lot of stuff that I've learned from doing all of this stuff, but even right here, I have like this is a free thing too. This is how to build your brand and stuff like that. This was free on, it's your personal brand workout book, but where did I get it? I can't remember where I got it. It was free, and it gives you like all the questions and stuff to validate like your business and what your offer is and why you're offering it and what people would want. Like define your purpose. Why am I here? That's a question that has no doubt rolled off the lips of many since the caveman moved from grunting to speaking. You know, come up with, you have 3 options for completing this activity. It says it's important to visualize the kind of future you want to consider, what you want to experience and accomplish in your life. How will you impact it, and how your impact will be on those around you as well as those that you may never meet. If you've never been through a guided visualization activity, you know, you may want to practice, but this one was like, the best option is using a paper-based workbook only to do the exercise with a friend who can read the guided visualized script to you, and that way you can relax and immerse in it. So, you know, I could read this to people if they wanted. Maybe I'll do this in my, I think I'm just going to make a new channel for the business part of like stuff, because, or maybe I'll do it on Rumble, but I could read those things to you. And then like the irresistible sales page, how to make like an irresistible sales page, how to have the best thing that you put yourself out there. What are the bonuses people are getting? What are the good things that people are going to receive from your work? How to use your action guide, funnels are anything that people click to leave or to go to somewhere. Like when you're like link in bio, that's a funnel. So this is literally showing how to make funnels, how to do things. This is like how to make a good landing page. This is what the emails that we send out to people should look like. This is a press release, like how that should be. There's so much free resources out there. A lot of this stuff I did pay for, but there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Like these are articles that you could write that are going to have a better response. So even if you just made a reel, if you made a post, if you made a blog, whatever you put your stuff out there, think about the way you word it. Think about the way you share your stuff. Like this says, how to, great benefit is in the code. What is your great benefit? How to teach your dog to sit. How to make money online. How to ba-ba-da-ba-ba. And then the best way to, are you making these blank mistakes? People always click on that shit. Why you can't get blah-blah-blah-blah. Like why you can't get twin flame union. How to get twin flame union, what to do when your twin flame's a runner, you know, like, and that's just me knowing off the top of my head my type of content that would get people to click, you know, and then these are like buy one get one free. When you do things like that, people will be more apt to do it. Black Friday savings. Who doesn't love blah 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 blah? Who doesn't love twin flame union? You know, the big twin flame union sale starts now. The buy one twin flame reading, get one 50% off. A good deal for the first twin flamers who open this email. Give the gift of twin flame union this Christmas. And I'm just using that as like Starseed, right? Like, give the gift of starseed awareness, starseed origin. Let people know who they are, where they came from. Let people know what their mission and their purpose is, right? So, like, 10 ways to use the stars for your origin story. 10 ways to use astrology to understand yourself. You know, there's so many ways to word these things, and there's websites out there for free that you can get the titles. Like, if you, I think, like, HubSpot is one. If you go there and you type in, like, hey, I'm a reader for Twin Flames and I want to come up with the good article post or the good article names to share, they will do it for you. And they give you, like, all of them, like all of those ones that I was just reading off. This is part of a big course thing that I purchased, but there's a free website that does it for you, that tells you. And now AI, man, AI will give you the name. If you go to Canva, Canva now has AI in there. I did it the other day, and they were giving me all the information that I needed, like the whole description of everything I needed to share, about, like, the new spiritual mentoring. And it's crazy, but there's so much information out there for us. Let me see, where was I? Hello. I have felt called to learn more of the people and the healers from, yeah, okay, I saw that. I had a talk with my dad, and boy, that made me feel like I was a little girl that wasn't received at all. If I have a question, it would be, what advice does Spirit have for me to leave my family? I can't basically a kick-ass reading about a plan to leave here. Yeah, it has been bothering me as a capstelium that I feel like crying when I do something different, but I want to release myself for free here. Are we going to have the second Tuesday reading? I think I did answer that, right? Like, I did answer that. Yeah, so let me see what they say about you leaving there. I know I know it's hard to change. Okay, we got spiritual protection. Your guides are protecting you. So you are protected, okay? And I know it sucks to be in those situations. Like, I have the same thing go on a lot. And I said something to someone last night because of it. I was like, why do you always do that to me? Like, when I'm all, like, yeah, all excited and happy, it's like, brr, brr. And it's not intentional. It's just what happens sometimes. I don't think people out there are doing that to us on purpose. But remember who you are and where you came from. Know that you are spiritually protected and that abundance is coming into your life. It says manifesting magic into your life. Use your intuition and your sensitivity to inform yourself and others. Cut the cords daily, too, to the people in your life. Like, someone's running from the truth, right? I feel like partly you're running from the truth of the fact that you don't need to let that define you, but your parent is probably running from the truth that you're not just some little girl that can't do whatever and doesn't have, or doesn't deserve or whatever. You are here for a mission and a purpose, and your home is in the stars. So, it's a reason we feel that way, because we're not really from these families. Like, we're not really from the bloodline. Like, I did a reading for someone last week who, she has a family here on the planet, right? She did the DNA thing. She's the only one in her family that came back with the DNA of Egyptian. How is that possible? Unless she's, like, literally just, like, planted in there. She's the only one. Like, her parents don't have it. Her brother doesn't have it. But she's got the Egyptian thing that tied to the Syrian stuff, because I gave her a message about her star origins and who she was and where she came from, and, like, things like that. And she was like, oh my God. Like, and that's kind of weird, right? So grounding, get back to the present moment. Remember who you are. You may be afraid to love again, because you haven't been receiving the best love, but you've known the best prepping for the worst. You've been through the shit show. And I feel like there's some third party thing that you're letting get to you a lot too, okay? Like, this is the second time I've seen this. It's karmic and it's toxic. Don't focus on it. Don't let that person be in your head. Don't let her get up in there and make you feel like, oh, he's not coming near me because of her. Those are bad behaviors you don't want to fall back into, because you're giving her that power to do that when you think that. She's not doing anything except for being a weirdo, all right? And if he is too blind or dumb to see that, then that's him. You deserve better than that. You deserve someone that sees your value out the gate and can't be deterred or deferred or derailed by some other person's presence on the planet, okay? You are here to inspire others, and when you step into the fullness of who you are, you're going to do that. And you have true friends out here. You have a true community out here. You've known the worst, preparing for the best. And there's triggers. There's always triggers. We're always going to get triggered. There's always going to be the people that make us feel like shit. But this is helping you to stand your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light the codes are being activated so you can become an inspired leader. An inspired leader. What did I just say? You're an inspiration, man. Like, it's right here. It's, where the fuck is it? I just saw it. I just said it. It was like, you are here. You've got to step out of your comfort zone because you're here to inspire others. But you can't do that when you are doubting yourself. You are an inspiration. You don't need your dad. You are your own dad. You are your own mom. You are your own lover. You are your own whatever you need to be whenever you need to be it. But you've got to believe it. And staying there is toxic for you, but only if you allow it into your head, you know. And like the other people who played you in the past and people who have hurt you in the past, they were deceitful. They were liars. They will hurt you again. So don't let them back in. Know that the dark was illuminating the light so that you could know who's truly there for you and who isn't, so that you don't get all like stuck into those situations with people who aren't for your best. This says, harness your creativity, excitement, enthusiasm, communicate your passion. Go play the lyre. Go do the things. Be the fullness of yourself and don't hold back any little parts of yourself. Put it all out there for everybody to see, because the ones who fucking love you and celebrate you will stay. The ones who don't will fucking fall away. The tunes you to the infinite. This one is be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. So get back into the moment. Get out of the fear. Get out of the doubt. Get out of the insecurities and the wondering and the oh no's and the I don't knows and the maybe possibly, because there's plenty of those all the time. We don't need that. What we need is get back into the moment, back into the present, back into the inspired action taking place of feeling protected and loved and supported and good. And you can get out of there, okay? But you are being protected right now spiritually, so it's not like you have to run out of there. But obviously we got to build up the foundation for you to build yourself onto so you can get out of there. So start thinking about that and visualize that every day, every step of it. How does that look? I'm going to be scheduling my post in advance. I'm going to be coming up with these creative ideas in advance. I'm going to be putting them into action every day. I'm going to be using the free resources out there. I'm going to be using all of that power inside of me and the guidance from above me to do what I need to do. And I'm going to see myself succeeding. I'm going to see myself turn around and say, fuck you, motherfucker, to the people who doubted me along the way, because they will. You are here to heal yourself and others. You are somebody that's naturally tuned as a healer. You're an earth sign, so of course it's going to be difficult to change shit, but you don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to be fearful. Just know that you have everything you need. Let me see. It's hard, especially when it's family, but I can't be put down by them. Exactly. I'm the only one who believes me, and I believe me, man. I know, because I do the same thing. Like, I have fucking things like video of things that are like unexplainable crazy shit that go through my body that do all this stuff, and people are like, I'm like, what? But then will come tell me that they like see somebody else do it or the exact same words that I've said, and I'm like, why is it okay out of their mouth but not my mouth? It's just what happens. It's just like one of those built-in things. I know you have a lot of the same stuff that I have because we have those same alignments. Now, Capricorn literally, if you have like a Capricorn moon, it literally will signify people who've had a problem with their mom or like feel like a disconnect from their mom, that feel like they're not loved from their mom. So look into your spiritual stuff. Look into your stuff from your astrology. Like look deeper into it and see what else is up in there that's hidden around. Like, you know, all that stuff. Moon dust, magical moonbeams, heal your soul. The dust shows divine eyes where to go. Third eye awakening. New levels of awareness are available to assist in your evolution. Do not shy away from a soul revolution. Don't let the naysayers or the haters or the people who get like, yeah, about your bad times, don't let them be a lasting impression on you. You become the lasting impression and show the transformation. It says, spread your wings and rise into the dark, stormy skies. Trust your inner knowing and see the sun rise. Look at, there's the sun. The sun is going to rise. It's going to set in your fucking place, and you're going to overcome all of this shit. But look for the patterns, because when you grow up in a family like that with those people believing what they believe and saying what they say and making you feel the way that it makes you feel, you become like a victim of it, and it repeats over and over and over. So you want to be illuminating the truth of things and seeing perspective shift. You know, change the perspective. Saturn is Capricorn right here. Karma, order, you know what goes around comes around. Whatever people are doing that's not right and it isn't coming from a good fucking place and they're just like out there being dickheads for no reason, they will have their time where they see, oh, that wasn't so nice of me, maybe I shouldn't have done that, and they will know exactly when it comes to hit them. Okay, everything in this world has an origin story, and every story has pieces that lead back to tomorrow. No matter how far you go, there you will be. So I know that sounds like a whoa, but it's literally just means like everything's circling back around. Everything we do is here for a lasting impression. We have contracts, we have reasons for the things that we do. Maybe you were an asshole in the past life. So become self-aware too of like, where is my spot in this? How am I triggering other people? Where's my thing that's making other people react to me this way? Or what is it that I'm reacting to that's causing that? You know, am I defensive because I'm expecting people to be that way? Then sometimes I get a little asshole-ish, you know? Sometimes I get like on defense mode and I'm like ready to fight people for no reason. And then like, what? I'm just here. I just showed up. What's going on? Like they don't know that you're fucking pissed off at somebody else or expecting them to do what everybody else did. So call in protection. Know that there is no death, even if you die here, even if whatever, but the obstacles are removed. They're coming out of the way. See yourself in that. Take a fucking stand for yourself. Crown yourself the victor. Be the divine masculine that he can't be. And, you know, hold the space in your heart to be filled with love and shape shift. Know that this new love is coming. This new experience is coming. The divine masculine is waking up. And a sacred gift is coming to you of divine union, which is not just, you know, love. It's everything. A divine union of our abundance, a divine union of our role, a divine union of all the things that we've been giving away. So like a moth to a flame, a toxic love game, self-love is the weapon, walk away is the play. You're going to get to that place where you can walk away, but right now you just got to get fertile and plant the seeds for that to happen. And you don't have to walk away fully. You don't have to be like, fuck you, I disown you, I'm never going to talk to you again. But you can separate yourself. You can protect yourself. You can prepare yourself mentally before you have those conversations to not let it bother you, to not let it get all mixed up in there. Go forward and leave the past behind. This is Magdalene de la Mer. I think this is that Sarah Magdalene, the daughter of Jesus, okay? A lot of us come in with dad wounds and mom wounds because it's a significant wound from our other lives and from these other places and from these other things that are out there that we are imprinted with in our divine blueprint that came in as us needing to heal it. So enter the silence, know that you're going to have the illumination, and take off the mask. Anything that isn't you fully, take off, you know, be the realness of yourself. Dance your troubles away, have a good time, be the oracle. And the creator, the manifester of your divine union, see yourself in that. No, you're not abandoned. Your real parents, your real love, your real friends, your real community, your real you is still inside of you waiting to come out. And once it comes out, all of those other things will show up because then you're really you. You're really the fullness of everything that you've been hiding. You're really the perfection that you feel that you're not because you've allowed other people to lie to you. You've allowed other people to be the dark. You've allowed that shit to get in there and manipulate you. And now you need to overcome that and bring that awareness to others and own that. Because when you own that and you put those boundaries up and you say, fuck you, that's not my truth, and you do the rituals and you remind yourself every day, you'll overcome it. There's Lilith, the first woman. She was like, fuck you, get out of here because you won't be subservient to the douchebag. Well, she said, fuck you, and left. And they like did all this stuff to her. But it says, I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. I don't let other people do that to me. And this one's, I call back my power from all the places and all the times, and I am my own, okay? And then Sekhmet's here. Call on Sekhmet for the fire and the hate and the rah, you know, get rid of that. It says, I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving a voice. Voice your strength. Voice that anger inside of you. I'm going to see if Lilith is here with a message. Let me see. She's at a long distance, so I don't pay attention to her. I'm beginning to lose faith in my twin flame. I don't know how to let go of him. I saw him in the bus stop at 6:30 a.m. I couldn't believe I was seeing him. Rather than that, we've been in no Did you talk to him? I fight a lot with myself and also imposter syndrome. Like, I can't believe you oh my God. I'm like, I'm gonna kill you. You inspire people. We all do, to different degrees with different stuff. It just depends on who we are and what we're doing and how we're doing it. But you gotta believe in yourself. Um, it's a poem I called Feel, and I took it 2 weeks to post it, but I think it's meant to be on. Yeah, post it. Don't hide it. If you keep hiding it, man. Yes, I have a cat, you see? So I do too, man. I understand. I know. It's not fun. It's not easy. We are literally like the first woman being all abandoned by our moms and our dads, and it's sad. But I'm like, we have to become stronger than it. We just know you're not abandoned. You're not abandoned. You are loved. There is a divine union out there. Your illumination is out there. And when you feel that and you own that and you reflect on that, and you don't let anybody else be the oracle of your destination and your situation and who you are, and you know you're immortal and you're careful with that because you don't want to keep coming back and repeating the same shit, you'll rise out of there and you'll become the divine feminine that's awakening the divine masculine, who's the oracle of her situation and knows that there's no death, it's just transformation. And you're maintaining compassion under the pressure. So it's easy to get mad. It's easy to be like to people when they piss us off. But try to stay compassionate when those things happen. Thank you, Shelby. I'm gonna read this one real quick, and then I will read yours. No, he didn't see him. He didn't see you. You mean, or I'm sorry that you're going through that, man. I know it sucks, and it can be an addiction. Like, sometimes we get almost like, I don't know. It's like an addiction, man, and it's almost like the worse people are to us, the better off they are in our book or something. It's like, oh, you're a shithead. I love you the most. But it's because a lot of us have grown up in bad situations or in situations where we weren't treated the way that we should have been, you know. So I'm gonna do the next one that's the paid one, and then I will get some cards for you for that too. But I was gonna read Lilith too because I feel like she might be significant for people. She's been coming in for me for a while, like a wicked long time. Where the hell is she? Oh my God, I just saw her. Lilith, where are you? Lelita. Maria. Saraswata. I think she's here. No, Pravati. And Lakshmi. Where the fuck is she? Kali. Where's Lilith? If I can't find her, I'm gonna give up. I just saw the mother again. Fucking bitch. Come on. You know what? There's Thekla. I'm going to read Thekla. I think they want me to do that. Thekla's the one with the lion here. She says, Thekla represents the ability to call back all of our power. The acts of Paul and Thekla date back to the 2nd century, though some scholars believe its Greek composition could be from early as 70 CE, and it relates to a young woman's call to a life of teaching and healing in the Christ movement in Asia Minor, currently today Turkey, page 44. And it says, Thekla is the daughter of Theokolia. At age 17, she overheard Paul teaching about Christ. She stays rooted in a place at her window for 3 days so that she won't miss a word. Her mother had arranged for her to be married, so when Thekla feels called to begin her own ministry, she is sentenced to burn for refusing to be a bride. Just as the flames are surrounding her, though, she makes the sign of the cross, and a huge storm puts out the fire. She finds Paul, and he cuts her hair short and tells him, only give me the seal of Christ and no trial will touch me. And he suggests that she isn't ready for baptism yet, shortly after a president of the Council of Syria tries to take Thekla in the streets to be his bride. She tears off his cloak and takes the crown from his head and publicly shames him for trying to take her without consent. And then she is sentenced to death by wild beasts. In the arena, all the women protest judgment of Thekla, proclaiming her innocence, and a huge lioness enters the arena, approaches Thekla, and then licks her feet and bows before her. Thekla enters the pool in the arena that is filled with the wild sea lions, and the women fear that she will be killed, but she declares, in the name of Jesus Christ, I baptize myself. And then suddenly she's shielded and protected by a great ring of fire that is glowing. A white robe suddenly appears on her body. And Paul tells her, go and teach the world of God. And it is recorded in the Acts of Paul and Thecla that she lived to 90 and enlightened many, and her ministry proves the existence of female authority in the early Christian church. So her story echoes that from the ancient world to the modern world. Your life is up to you. Yes, there is power of prayer or faith or of asking for all possible spiritual support, but there's also divine will within each of us. And it's will that's aligned with the purpose of our soul. We remember that true power is when we divest all outside authority of the power that we have been giving them, and we call that power back, all the control that we've given to others to dictate our lives, our potential, and our life partners, and our family members, and our culture, and even our ego's idea of who we should be. Thecla reminds us that we do not need permission to be who we are. We can cut our hair short and we can baptize ourselves, and we are not bound by anything except for what dictates of our own soul. Her mudra is one of awe and wonder, and we all have the power within us to take our life into our own hands, and that's the source of fire itself, the will to call back our spiritual authority and claim this life as our own soul's wisdom. And then the soul voice meditation, where have I given my power away? And then the intention is, I call my power back from all times and all places. I am my own. So know that, believe that, trust, don't be crazy and silly and go run into a lion ring, but protect yourselves by knowing in yourselves, believe in yourselves, know the presence of the divine is in you, and you just have to love. All right, so let me see. I have boundaries when I have boundaries when I leave here. Only come around during the holidays. Enjoy my freedom and alone time for a bit. Okay, so Shelby says, hi Bridget, I'm in separation from a DM and as he pursued a karmic. Today was a feeling of anguish in my heart that I never felt before. What is going on with the connection? Both Libras, thank you. Okay, let me see. I have all my twin flame decks over here. And this says almost time. And then I wish I could just tell you how I feel. Let's fulfill each other's fantasies. I want to travel together. You are so worthy of love and I hold you back. I feel like you're feeling his anguish. On top, yeah, he's like, marry me. You're wifey material. You're the fulfillment and I want you now. So he's getting a little aggressive about that. Thank you for loving me, my light in the darkness. So you've been a light in the darkness for him. You've excited him in ways he never knew. I feel like he pursued somebody else to kind of sabotage things. He knows that this was a fated connection, that it's all meant to be, and he needs to express himself to you. He's been watching you lately, so even if he's been pursuing somebody else and doing stupid shit like that, he feels you inside of him. It drives him insane. He doesn't like the duality. He doesn't want to fight with you. He wants to kiss and make up, and he's very, very mad at himself for doing what he's done. But the time apart has taught him a lot, and it was all part of the thing. Whatever happens for a reason. Like when they do stupid shit, they do stupid shit for a reason. It's all part of the fucking thing. It's part of our past lives. It's part of this life. It's part of our situation, and there's shadows, and it feels like torture. So he's feeling the torture, you're feeling the torture, so that's amplifying the torture between the two of you, because he doesn't like that. He wants to kiss and make up, I saw, and then I saw the other one with the unconditional love there with the dogs, the girl kissing the dog. I'm not sure. I just want loyal companionship. So he wants that with you, but he has been a little stupid. But the truth is, I love you. So he does love you. The time apart has taught him a lot. He's very mad at himself. He says, marry me. You are wifey material. You are my twin flame. I don't want to hold back. So I feel like some of what you're feeling, that anguish, that upset, that pain, is his. I'm tired of being without you. So you're feeling that, he's feeling that, and that's going to amplify. I don't know if people have looked into, what do you call it? That whole, like, personal design thing, right? Like, I'm a manifesting generator. My dad's a manifesting generator. So when we communicate with each other, it amplifies things, and we feed off of each other. And that's like a twin flame relationship in itself. You don't have to be a manifesting generator for that to happen. The two of you are going to amplify and magnify each other's fears, each other's desires, each other's bullshit. You know, like, oh, we're coming together into alignment, and you both fall into that, and you both amplify that. Or you both fall into times of laughing and humor, and oh my God, this is funny. Or loyalty and commitment and whatever. But then you both have insecurities, you both have doubts, you both have self-sabotagers, which we all do. He's ready to leave behind whatever he's been doing to bring you justice. And he knows that he's wanted you since the moment that he saw you, but that scared him, and it also made him feel like he was inadequate. So he did what he did to prove to himself that he can't have you, or that he's not worthy of you, or that he will fuck it up. So they fuck it up on purpose. But there's a magnetic attraction, and you helped me manifest my dreams coming true. We are destined to be. I'm so proud of you. I wanted you the moment I saw you. You always make me laugh. We will be one. So it's like he feels those things too. He can still taste you. He still loves you. And again, I know you said like I left because of what he did, right? But you're obviously still like thinking about it, feeling that anguish and that like you don't want to be gone. You don't want him to be gone, but you're mad at him. But it's like he doesn't know that. He doesn't know. He's just sitting out there mad at himself, feeling that you're mad at him and that you hate him and you're never going to forgive him. But it's like the truth of the matter is you're always going to forgive him, but you want him to do what he needs to do, and he's not doing it. But he's not doing it because he doesn't know that he should, or that he could, or that you would even let him. And the fact that you're here talking to me about it lets me know that you would. So it says a sacred gift is coming to you. You know, he is nervous around you. He's intimidated by you. Look into the I tell this to people all the time. I swear to God, it will make a life and death type of thing for you. He's intimidated. He gets so nervous around you. He's secluded. He's sick of being without you. But like the attachment stuff, okay? Like most of the divine masculines have an avoidant attachment. Most of the feminines have either an anxious or fearful one, okay? So the fearful one is like a little bit of both. It's like if somebody's really into me, I don't want them. If somebody's really like running from me, let me prove myself to you. That's the fearful one, okay? The avoidant one is like, you love me? I don't deserve love. Don't love me. Let me do everything I can to prove that you're gonna fucking hate me because I don't deserve love, because nobody ever loved me and I just don't deserve love. And then they're like, fuck you, and they do stupid shit and they hurt you on purpose. But it's like, it's not even on purpose. It just seems that like it is and it isn't. It's a weird self-sabotage thing. Can't get you out of my mind. I know I messed up and it kills me to admit that. Give me time to come to terms with this. So again, he knows. Like he knows. I'm so tired. I don't know what to do anymore. Thank you for all that you've taught me. I can't get you out of my mind. You're my wish come true. So he sees you as a wish come true. Please don't go, let go. Hold on to my soul. My love will rise through the coldest of times. Like he doesn't want you to go, but he did what he did to prove to himself that you would. Okay? He's going to love you for the rest of his life, regardless if he's there or not, but he can't take off the mask until you take off the mask, and both of you have to keep the mask off. And it's like, you know, it's hard. It's hard to do that. It's hard for everybody to take their mask off. Never mind when you feel intimidated, when you feel nervous, when you feel like, oh! So, look, you deserve more. So I'm going to prove to myself that you deserve more by treating you like the way that I did. There's tons of people out there. There's a guy that does videos on it now about like the avoidant attachments. There's the personal school of development. Promise you it's worth looking into, because you're going to be like, oh my God, when you profile the person and you realize how many things they do that is significant to those things, you realize it's not you. It's not a personal attack. It's not them hating you. It's not them trying to hurt you. It's them proving to themselves that they can't trust, or that like people won't love them, or that they're not worthy of love, or that they don't need anybody. Like codependency is the complete opposite of an avoidant person. They're like, no, fuck that. I don't need that. Some people are fearful. Some people, like, I don't want to diagnose everybody out there across the board, but a lot of the people who are dealing with it, the men are either the avoidant or the fearful one. And the fearful one does all types of fucking crazy shit to themselves. And we just don't express ourselves. We don't tell the truth. We hold it back in. We know we've grown. We know we've healed. We know we've processed things. We know this is our perfect fit. But we do stuff that's like, let me just take everything I've done and destroy it. I feel you inside me. It drives me insane. And you have the key to take the mask off. So just know that he does want to walk into destiny with you. He does love you. He does care. He always known it was you. He can't breathe without you. So I feel like, again, you're feeling his feelings. He says, I prayed for you and did some magic too. So a lot of the masculines have learned from the feminines. They've watched the feminines and they've done their own little spells and their own little whatever. You know, like the rituals and stuff. It's like I don't like saying spells because people think of it as like infringing on free will, but really, like when I light this candle the other night, I hadn't lit this candle at all forever. Why? Because I didn't want to infringe on free will about communication, which is the blue one. I lit all the other ones because the other ones are like, oh, we can empower confidence. Oh, we can be creative. Oh, like I want them to open their heart and feel good and loved. And I want them to be able to see and I want them to be able to know and I want them to be able to receive love and all that stuff. But I didn't want to do anything around communication. The other night I lit this because I saw somebody else's like, oh, we could bring this for wisdom. We can bring this for that. We could bring this for creative expression. We could bring this for all these other things that had nothing to do with infringing on free will. And like the healings that I send, when I send healing energy to like somebody's heart or somebody's soul or somebody's whatever, I do it with that thing. If they're not open to this, send it to someone else. If they are open to it, let them receive it and let them be the creator of their destiny, of their thing. What do they want to do? I open the pathways so people can do what they want to do easier. So like when I do the twin flame union candle and I make it blue, I do that for other people so that if your person wants to communicate with you, they communicate with you. They're not going to hold back. They're not going to feel all those fears and those doubts and those insecurities. It's going to empower their truth to come through. But I don't like to mess around with it because it messes with my own head, like in my own personal thing. You know what I mean? So I didn't know the person's intentions when they made that candle, exactly what their intentions were. And I held it for fucking years, man. 2 years I held that candle without touching it. This one is a twin flame one, but mine is like, when I set that intention, I say, like the love encompasses us in love. It encompasses us in relaxation. So we're not blocking the communication that wants to come to us. You know what I mean? Like if somebody feels all stressed out and like they're not going to talk to me, they're not going to talk to you. But if you're open and expressive and communicative and good and you rewrite your story, and you know opposites attract and you know that this person wants to keep you warm and you feel safe and protected and all of that, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to feel like I'm doing something bad. Write them a letter. Express everything inside of you that has, held back, and express it to them. You don't have to send it to them, but burn it and transmute that so that energy's gone. So all those unsaid things are said and it's transmuted and it's put out there. And then I've never felt so many intense emotions before. You're feeling that because he's feeling that, okay? You deserve more. He feels guilty. He feels bad. He feels sad. He feels like you deserve better than what I can give to you. Look at that. You deserve more. You deserve better. So he knows. Look, I know I messed up, and it kills me to admit that. Give me time to come to terms with this. So if he's not speaking to you, he hasn't done what you thought he might do. Like, I'm so sorry. Blah 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 blah. He will. Okay. Forgiveness, please forgive me. He will come to do that, but you just have to let go of that doubt or those fears and just know the secret is out, okay? The secret's out that he does love you. He's not over you. He's never gonna be over you. He's never gonna find someone better. He's wanted you since the moment he fucking saw you. He's tired of being without you, and he knows it, but he's also afraid. He can still taste you. He still desires you. You guys have grown, but you both have work to do in figuring out your mission, your purpose, and why you're here, and realizing that opposites attract between the two of you. You deserve more. You do deserve more. So he needs to become more. There's no reason for him to say that he can't be more. But he needs to, remember that and own that and become that version of himself. I love you. Please be safe. Please be safe. Well, I deal with separation. I need you to be my motivation. So be his motivation. Know that he loves you. He wants you to be safe. He thinks about you. It takes everything he has inside to not reach out. He misses you. He loves you. He wants to talk to you. Love takes time, though. So just know that, thank you for all that you've taught me. You've taught him a lot, and he's going to keep learning. He says, I love you more than me, and that needs to shift in order to unite. So you need to love you fully. He needs to love him fully. He needs to believe in his ability to provide all the things that he thinks you can get without him. You deserve better than what I have to give. He needs to love himself and know that he can give to you what it is that you deserve, but he has to believe that first. And you have to believe that too, that you're good enough. Christed light brings you the higher love so that you can embody the Christ light. Absorb the Christ light. You are protected. Expand the heart and remain in the fifth dimensional energy, okay? And then harness the divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old. Visualize your dream. That's going to help to manifest the new world. So, like, see yourself envisioning, like, your fifth dimensional blueprint, your energy, your good vibes. Like, see you glowing. See everything about you emanating the divine. And then see your day-to-day activity shifting as you're going closer to union. What does that look like, smell like, taste like, feel like, all of the details? You know, what is that like to feel that way? Because when we feel that way, we rise up and we're in that vibration and we can attract it to us so much easier than when we're like, I'm so sad and miserable and ugly, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's just a matter of what we are. And then boundaries. Keep boundaries up. Because if he's not coming with true love and he's doing shitty shit, then you gotta put the boundaries up and create that awareness of, hey, motherfucker, I want true friends. I want true support. I don't want to be in your shit show. I will move on from you, because then he's going to respect you more. And that's when he's going to show you the light of himself. He's not going to keep coming back to do the third party bullshit. The lessons are meant to make you stronger. The triggers are there to make you stronger. There's a hidden lesson in all of this. And you need to become the strongest motherfucking version of yourself. The catalyst will come, but your beliefs are keeping you stuck. Like, you feel like, oh, blah, 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 you know, like whatever you think about yourself because of all what's happened, don't let yourself do that. No, an attitude of gratitude will transform your paradigm. Be grateful that, you know what, he ran away when he ran away because he wasn't able to give me what he, you know, should. And he wasn't ready to tell me or be the man that I deserve. You know, maybe he love bombed me and did all of those things, but those memories are making me stronger. That's helping me to figure out what I need to do to run from my own truth right now that's not serving me, and know that I'm being spiritually protected. If he ended up with somebody else, then good. You know, that caused me anxiety, but true love will be mine when I truly love myself. And either that's going to mean he shows up to meet me there in that fullness of himself, or somebody better is going to show up and I'm going to forget all about him, because that anxiety will lift, that depression will lift, that meditation will guide me to that gratitude, to the knowing of, oh my God, look at this amazing, beautiful opportunity with somebody that makes me feel amazing. So instead of being like, I'm stuck on him, I can't let go of him, I blah, 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 just know that wherever you are is perfect for right now. It's where you're meant to be. And when you release the karma of what you've had, you'll be catalysted to the true love that you're meant to be within. But be open to what that looks like, how that feels like when it shows up. When it shows up, if it's not him, it's not him. But just be open to whatever comes. Because when we get like this about stuff, then nothing comes. And then our anxiety just gets heavier and heavier. So any unresolved trauma, heal it. Any love bombing that he did, forgive him, forget about it. Remember your power. Remember you're a star child. Remember you signed up for this bullshit. Find tranquility and meditation in your own life. Don't lie to yourself about the situation. Just be true to yourself about the situation. Be true to yourself. And don't put up with his bullshit. Don't go into the codependent weird stuff that happens just because it's him. Cut the cords and move away. If you feel like he can never give to you what you deserve, then take your power back and know that you have free will to do that at any time, and affirm that at any time. But I feel like there's lessons here, and sometimes just loving somebody is difficult because not everybody's easy to love, because not everybody loves themselves. But who better to love us truly and unconditionally in a divine way than our divine person, right? So if you truly feel that that's who he is, or that's what he is, then you have to truly love him in that way and feel that passion for him in that way. But when that goes away, you'll know that he's not that. But that's not going to go away until you heal and grow out of that place that you may be in right now, where you're feeling those wounds and those lessons and that shit. So do your best to go within and get honest with yourself. Look for the wisdom to see this from a new perspective, and see the truth of like the manipulation. Where have I manipulated myself? Because guess what? My twin flame is going to manipulate me when I'm manipulating myself. Where did I run away from myself? Because my twin flame is going to run away from me when I run away from myself. Where did I do this, do that, do that? Whatever you do to yourself, or whatever you perceive him doing to you, is something you've done to yourself. Did I lie to myself? Did I deny myself? Did I talk down about myself? Did I make myself feel less than? Did I say that I was ugly? Did I say that I was stupid? then he's probably going to show me a lot of those things to make me stronger and to make me realize that that's not what I am. Literally, like when somebody abandoned, okay, he abandoned me. Well, where did I abandon myself? Okay, he lied to me. Where did I lie to myself? You know, just ask yourself those questions so that you can transcend that illusion of things, and that's when true love will be yours. But it's a personal journey from everybody, and someone's running from the truth right now, which tells me both of you are. So go outside, escape the traps of the mind, know that you're no longer who you were, evolve. Just become who you're meant to be right now in this moment, and own it, honor it, become the creator of your reality, and stop giving your power away to that old version of yourself that needed to be cleansed and cleared and released, and be grateful for that lesson and that ability to overcome that stuff and to heal the unresolved trauma. No, and you're afraid to love because he hurt you, right? So now I'm afraid to love you, but I've got to work on that. I've got to heal that so that I can love. So try to do that. I got the Empress. I said, what is he feeling about her? He's got the Empress. He wants to communicate to you. He wants to travel towards you. He wants this cycle to end. And he wants to say something. With the Ace of Swords, he wants to communicate to you. He knows, he's felt the judgment call of this, and he knows that he was wrong about the third party. He knows he was wrong. He knows he fucked up. He let his passion and his stupid self run the show and rush into something he shouldn't have, but he does know that he was wrong. He's gone through a death of the ego because of it, and he is healing because of it. So just know that things will be moving on from there. It's up to you to decide if that's still your Two of Cups, that's still who you want to be with, if that's where you feel that's your destiny. And you can forgive that third party thing. You have to forgive it, though. You can't bring him in and hold on to that resentment and that stuff, because it will just bring it back. He'll be like at that fork in the road again 2 weeks later doing the same thing, because it's a lesson. You need to truly forgive him, truly release it, truly know that it's not a reflection of you whatsoever. You are valuable. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You deserve love. You deserve the Ace of Cups. You deserve the Ace of Pentacles. But until you fully know that, believe that, and trust that, he can't come be the partner that proves that to you, because he will keep proving to you the painful ending that you're predicting. He will prove to you what you believe every time, because he's your mirror. He will always show you the karma that you're expecting. He will always show you the balance that you're expecting. You have to be aware and in your strength to know how to navigate this shit show. And it's not easy, because they're doing their own thing. And so if you want to be the star, be mindful of what you're putting out there. Be mindful of what you're doing and how you're doing it and how you're approaching it and what's valuable and what's not valuable to you, and how you truly love. If it's a divine love and you unconditionally love, then a lot of other things that people get all worked up about and worried about and causing those tower moments and those painful endings go the fuck away, because you can't unconditionally love somebody and like have all these but ifs on top of it. You just unconditionally love somebody. You also unconditionally love yourself, and then that eliminates a lot of the shit that we see happening to us, because when you unconditionally love yourself, you attract somebody that unconditionally loves themselves, and then you both can unconditionally love each other, and you won't find people cheating on each other. You won't find people lying to each other. You won't find people doing stupid, foolish shit, because they'll be in the strength of unconditional love that is divine love. There's no questions, there's no doubts, there's no karmics, there's no bullshit, but it takes healing. It takes dedicated effort, and we can't get conflicted all up into the bullshit and expect to feel like supported and loved and all of that. So you got to love yourself first, and then let him love you in the same way, and love him in the same way. Give and take in an equal balance. All right. No, he didn't see me. Okay. I'm looking for the sun, in a sense. I don't want to come back here anymore. I'm done with this dense world. I do feel that I can inspire. I'll believe more in me and get out there. Good. You can do it. Jupiter and Leo, so I know that placement can help to get more into that energy and then be illuminating in the sun. Oh my God, you said lion. I mentioned the Jupiter and Leo. I have to look into this woman you're reading about. I felt I was in an arranged marriage in a past life, like Greco-Roman. Damn, it's like Ishtar, the goddess of the lion. Yeah. Thank you so much, Bridget. This is amazing. I have to stand in my own power and be like my lion as well. Yes. I know he had to complete this lesson. Okay, let me see. it keeps moving. I know I had to complete this message before he could come to me. I have to forgive him. I've shut the door on our past energies. We go forward with learned lessons. Part of his lesson he has to communicate to me. Hi, Bridget. May I have a reading about LW? What does he feel after we stop talking about? Okay. And then I'm grateful for the lessons I've elevated since. Good. Awesome. You're welcome. All right. So the other person with the thing about not being seen, I can't remember exactly. Let me see what you said. Beginning to lose faith. I don't know if I let go of him. I saw in the bus stop at 6:30. All right. Well, I hopefully the messages that I just said to that other girl resonated for you too, because I feel like that's important. Regardless of what he's done or hasn't done or whatever, it's the same across the board, guys. Like if you've got a divine love that you love unconditionally, think about that and what that means, okay? And like we can't have a valuable new start until we truly forgive these people, you know? We'd just be a fool falling into a fucking trap of the same old shit. But unfortunately, we can't decide their decisions for them. We can't pick out what they do. If they bring conflict and competition and chaos and things like that, and they're not in their truth, they're not in their divine energy, and they're going to juggle you and things to that nature, then you've got to know your value and you've got to say, no, I want balance, I want goodness, I want to be treated in that way. So stand in your power, know that you deserve love, know that you deserve to feel like a woohoo about your life, and that's when we get justice, that's when we get balance. And if he can't deliver it, then start planting the seeds for somebody else to do it. And if anything, that might make him realize, like, I've got to make a quicker decision here about my decision making. I've got to start moving up into my way of transformation. I can't lose this person if I truly love them, right? So if he doesn't want to lose you, make him know that that's something that could happen. But if he doesn't love you, and 11:11 was just on the clock on the first, so I feel like you need to know that, like, you love you in order for him to show you that he loves you, in order for him to see. Like, the fact that he didn't see you, it tells me that you hid. So why did you hide from him? You know, like, you could have seen, you played your own game right there where you defeated yourself before anything could have happened because you're giving up faith on it. You don't know if he would talk to you. You don't know how he would treat you. You don't, and you go to the worst case scenario. We all do it. Like, oh, he's going to tell me I'm a horrible piece of shit and treat me like what, we come up with all these crazy fucking scenarios, which are usually wrong. Usually they're doing the same thing though. They're usually over there like blah, 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 all the same bad shit in themselves. And then the Archangel Gabriel brings purification. Self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. You can call on Archangel Gabriel Diamond to help you, okay? And then the pure white light from Orion says, transform your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know. Act with truth and honesty. Let your wings of flight grow and expand. You need to help you, rise above the earthly matters, communicate honestly, bring inspiration and hope, see life from a higher perspective. Two of Cups again. So, you know, he is your Two of Cups. And the golden Christ light is here again. It says, brings higher love so that you can embody the Christ light. Absorb the Christ light. You are protected. Expand your heart to the fifth dimension. And listen to the voice of the universe. You know that there's a balance of heaven and earth here. Stay balanced, ground your visions, manifest your hopes and dreams, ignite the codes of your master blueprint, and access cosmic wisdom to enter higher service. So meditate, 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 meditate. Go meditate about different things, with guided or not, whatever. The lunar silver one says, bathes you in divine feminine light. Come to balance and practice peace, harmony, cooperation. Expand your causal chakra. That helps you to figure out your past lives. That helps you to figure out where you've been. It helps you to figure out what karmic thing is repeating, because I feel like some of this is just something that happened in another life, and it keeps coming back in different ways. And this one helps you to stand in your masculine power with wisdom. So let your DNA be reprogrammed with the light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. And then this receives the answers from your nature, aligned with your divine essence. The green dragon helps to tune into the secrets of nature. So go outside, meditate. You know, Emerald Dragon is here again. We got 2 green ones, 2 white ones. Brings healing, cosmic abundance for good fortune and good abundance and good all things of that nature. This one clears your path in the land around you. Stay grounded. Be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing so that you can move forward in life. Believe that, know that, trust that, visualize that. the air dragon. We can rise above these matters down here, and we can clear the air, we can clear the ground, and we can clear all the shit out of our way. But we need to go within and trust the guidance that's coming from the angels and the archangels and the ascended masters. When we're feeling defeated and like that final judgment came down and justice wasn't served, then we need to know that justice wasn't served, and that's not the final thing. Until we're at our 10 of cups and we're feeling like, oh my god, I'm the best motherfucker that there is, and I got my best life, and everything's happy, then we don't give up. We don't give up, because that's not what it's meant to be like. We're not meant to be in the tower of depression. We're the empress looking for our emperor. And if the guys that we've been dealing with up until this point haven't been showing that, then know that you just haven't met the right one yet, or you haven't reconciled with the right one yet, because you got past lives and karmic lessons and, you know, illusions and distractions and things that make us feel like we don't deserve stuff. But you do deserve stuff. You deserve that 10 of cups. You deserve somebody that speaks the truth and loves you and only you, and isn't going to pick out third parties and do all of that stuff. Yes, maybe there will be that along the way. Maybe they will do something stupid on the way, but ultimately they're going to choose you. Ultimately they'll be creative in the expression. Ultimately they're going to show you that they choose you. When you choose you, though. So remember that. Love yourself. Choose yourself. Be the best version of yourself. Heal the broken heart. Heal the wounds. Heal the shit that's been blocking you from receiving love. And then I know I've prayed and done some magic too. So again, this guy's been praying. He's always known it's been you. He's reminded of you when he sees the sunrise. Opposites attract. Let's set this love free and wash over me. So I feel like there's been a block. There's been something keeping you guys from each other. He's always known it's you. He's praying for you. He's going to love you for the rest of his life. He wants to take your hand and just go away from here and walk into the destiny with you. But he's been wearing a mask because you're wearing a mask. And like I said, you hid. He didn't see you. That would have been an opportunity to see each other, talk to each other, see how it went, right? Look, take the mask off. Another mask. You're both wearing a mask. You're both pretending like differently than what you're outwardly wanting, right? He wants to call you. You wanted to see him. You wanted to talk to him. You want to be near him, but you're like, you know, and that's not authentic. That's not real. That's not who you truly are at your core. So when you start showing up that way, it's going to help you to rise above those earthly matters of our ego and our fears and our doubts and our insecurities and all that shit of, oh my God. And our anxiety will help us so that we can, you know, like we release that. We can breathe again. We can do things again. Remember who you are. You're here for a reason. You're a starseed. You came, but you got to stop lying to yourself. You got to stop in the illusion. You got to stop wearing that mask. Be the version of yourself that gets that new beginning. Be the version of yourself that's the empress today. Be the version of yourself that's planting those seeds so things can grow and abundance can come and the devil can kiss our motherfucking ass and go away. Okay? But don't manipulate yourself. Speak the truth. Okay? Be the truth. Be the transformed version of you. Act like the empress. How do you think the empress would be at the bus stop? Do you think she would have hid away or let him go without seeing her? She would have been like in her power. She would have walked right up to him and been like, hey, how are you? You know, or even if it was in a way that, like, you know, things may have been limited or whatever you feel. A lot of times, whatever you think or feel in that moment of like, I'm limited, there's nothing I can do about this, that's what you're going to see. You got to change that focus. Like, you could have banged on the window. You could have opened the window. Hey, said something. Open the communication doorways and just show that excitement to see him. Because if he doesn't see you as excited to see him, he's probably not going to be wanting to reach out. And I'm sure, you know, like, there's always these blocks. There's always these limits. There's always these fears and these doubts that we tell ourselves. But even just the feeling that you were in when you got there, it's like they showed you him for a reason. The fact that he didn't see you, there's a reason behind that. It's either because you flat out were like, oh, or because of how you felt in that moment, so it kept him at a distance from you. But they're showing you for a reason, because you still feel that. You know, deep in your heart, you still care. You still want to see him. So just know that you can do this. You can overcome this. You can unlock the lock. You can unblock the block. But you've got to believe it and show up as that version of yourself. Look, rise to the occasion. Be that version of yourself now. Maintain compassion under pressure. It's hard sometimes to be forgiving. It's hard sometimes to be in that light. It's hard sometimes to anchor our energy when we're feeling sad and bad and all of that. But know that nothing except for change is the only constant that we have. Even when we die, we're just transforming into another version of ourselves. There is no death. There is no death, and you are not abandoned. You are loved. You are supported. Illuminate, 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 illuminate. 33 and 44, illuminate. Sing, even if your heart is broken. Be that empress. Be the divine feminine. Be the best version of yourself. No, like, he's insecure. Look at insecure. Would you say yes? He doesn't know. He wants to reconcile, but he doesn't know because he needs you to tell him what to do by being in your power, being the divine feminine, being that loyal companion that loves him unconditionally, that's like, I want you now, aggressively knowing it, aggressively believing it, aggressively being you, so that he can aggressively be him. You know, think of him as just another you out there doing the same shit that you do. If you're wishing for a fresh start, he's wishing for a fresh start. If you're wishing for illumination, he's wishing for illumination. And he's ready to surrender and follow you anywhere. But you've got to trust that, know that, and not let the fears and the doubts sabotage you. And you've already been here before, and you're going to do it again. You've taught in the secret mystery schools in Atlantis, and you went to ancient Egypt and taught there in the mystery schools as well. You've been orphaned before because you're a starseed soul. So we all feel orphaned. We all feel like we don't belong. We all feel like, oh my God. And many of us are twin flames, and the love began in another life, in another place, in another time, and it will live on for more because these are your soulmates. These are your twin flames. We are the shamans. We are the ones of the rainforest. We are the ones of the soul that, like, has been here, the old soul that's done it before. We're connected to the animals. We're connected to the scribe writing. We're the healers. We're the seers. We're the peacemakers. We've come to do this, and you've got to believe in yourself and your ability to do it, even when shit crashes, even when you feel sad, even when you feel orphaned or abandoned or whatever. You are a light worker. Give that light to the world. Be in that marriage to yourself and be in that marriage to him, fully devoted, and fight for what you want in this world. Don't let other people be the winner of the battle. Oh, I've forgiven him. I've shut the door on our past energies. We go. Oh, okay, I read that. Hi, Bridget. May I please have a reading about LW? What does he feel after we stop talking? All right, I think I got that. All right, I think, all right, 1414. This is going to be the last one I do. And then tomorrow I'm going live on the Bridget Rau channel, and then next week on the 5th I'm doing the moon, and then on the other ones I'm going to be doing the membership readings on the whatever the hell day it was. I said the 9th and the 11th, I believe. Come on. Yeah, 9th is Bridget Rau, 11th is Divine Essentials for the members readings. And reconciliation, it's time to unite and work together now. Boom. Desire, I can still taste you. Boom. Union card is coming through. This person wants union with you. They want you to be the father or they want you to be the mother of their child or the parent of their child, depending on the sex, you know. But I need to express myself. I don't want to hold myself back. Everything about you is perfect to me. I'm ready to leave and bring you balance. You're a perfect custom fit. Can you just trust in me? I admire everything about you. I'm so proud of you. So this person's proud of you, admiring you, thinking of you in a high regard, but they're afraid to tell you. They're so afraid to tell you about those things, but they can't hold back anymore. They're like, I need to tell you. I want to express about this thing of like, I want to be there. I want to marry you. I care about you. I've wanted you since the moment I saw you. I'm sure that this was all meant to be. This is fated. I've put you on a pedestal, so that makes me feel awkward and weird when I'm around you, but I need to express myself. I can't hold it back. You excite me in ways that I never knew existed. You've unbridled something inside of me. You ignited something inside of me. I've just, been feeling crazy, and I'm ready to surrender to you. Thank you for being the light in my dark. So he's feeling a lot of the same way that we were seeing in some of these other messages. Marry me. I saw that come out like 20 times tonight, and the marriage card is sitting right here too. So please marry me. I want to travel the world with you. I want to be with you. I love you. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a healer. So it says your mission is to heal self and others. So as you heal yourself, you're going to heal him. He is your high priest. Okay. So as you heal yourself, you heal him because you're the fucking high priestess. All right. So, divine feminine, divine masculine, high priest, high priestess, there's karmic contracts to heal. As you heal yourself, you heal each other. He is your high priest, okay? 1111 is the awakening, is the light codes. Argatha is down there within the earth right now calling to us as well. You need to go down there and allow yourself to receive. I have Argatha meditation on the channel people could use to connect to Argatha. It's like the masculine version of the fucking earth, okay? Earth is the feminine, Argatha is the masculine. Go down there and connect through meditation. Know that you have a telepathic communication between the two of you. Yes, this is for your highest and best. He is your twin soul. Sound healing meditation is going to help you to connect with him. Lighting up and communicating with your out there will help you too to connect with the galactic councils, the light beings, because he is your son. He is your divine masculine energy right there. Divine masculine growth and power. He is your high priest. He is the masculine. Argatha is the masculine. Okay, you need to connect with that energy because you're the feminine and you've got that feminine flowy like whoa energy, like the emotional sad, like emotions and blah 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 blah, and they're the logical masculine version of us. Okay, so you're the moon. You got to be the divine feminine, have those cycles of rebirth and death and all of that, healing the soul patterns, healing the contracts, healing all the shit that comes to you. Utilize your light. Know that you have this person out there that is the man, the masculine, the sun. You're the moon. He's the light. You're the dark. He's the good. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like that specifically, but it is. It's like the duality. We both represent things, but we're here to unify and bring it to this dualistic balance, okay? Infinite love, unified duality, come together in harmony as that person that knows when to say no and knows when to say yes and has our soul family out there, travels to the deeper depths, has a balance of the feminine and the masculine, and works with her boundaries and works with her self-respect and does what she knows she needs to do to heal herself and to heal others, which is him by default and others in your life. 12th consciousness or the 12th dimensional consciousness is helpful for you at this time for instant creation. So go up to the 12th dimension in meditation and see yourself connecting and visualizing whatever it is you want, okay? And then I just saw karmic relationship there. Peru is significant for your connection. I feel like you have the shaman soul. You've also had ancient Rome time. I feel like your masculine has been like one of these dudes. A light worker, you're a naturally awakening magical healer, galactic past life ascended master, you're an old soul, you have that connection from many lives that you've lived, you've been wealthy in other lives, and you may have had poor times as well, and you may experience both within this life. You probably feel that resounding sadness of being orphaned because you are here from another place. So your inner child was kind of orphaned because you didn't belong to the family that you came into, but you're here to overcome the major trauma, and you're here as a twin flame, and you're here to overcome all of the bullshit and tie into your ocean soul to cleanse and to release and to listen to the ocean and the magic of the ocean. The shaman listens to the earth, the ocean soul listens to the ocean, the inner child listens to it all. You are not really orphaned. You are loved. You are a starseed soul. Your parents are out there in the stars. The ancient Greece ties to the Pleiadian energy that you hold. The karmic relationship is just the same as a twin flame relationship, just the same as a soulmate relationship. We all have karma regardless of what they are. Nobody's perfect and nobody's ever going to be perfect, and we aren't going to see them embody their perfection until we embody our perfection to the highest degree that we can. You're never going to be perfect, but you've got to believe that you are perfect as you are, even when you make mistakes, even when you have karma, even when you do stupid, silly things. Plant the seeds of your own perfection, of knowing that you can reconcile, that you can take action, you can communicate, you can be inspired and passionate and driven and sexual and awesome and amazing and fucking strong. But you have to believe that for your union to manifest on this planet. You got to get creative in your manifestation. Be that sexual, passionate, like entrepreneur energy, the one that doesn't take no for an answer, that works hard on herself, works hard on her business, works hard on whatever she's creating out there. You know, you're spinning that wheel of fortune into your favor. Are you being good or bad? And that just means by your feelings and your emotions and your actions and your beliefs, because you are going to dictate that wheel and how it spins to you. It can spin into injustice and Four of Wands, or you can make bad judgment calls by being like, I'm so bad and I'm so stupid and I'm so ugly, and then that brings the opposite. So ignite the new beginning now, the emotional fulfillment now, take the action now, feel inspired now, and know that when you do that, he will do that, and you can reconcile when that happens, and you can be happy when that happens. So let the towers fall wherever they fall. Come out of your hermit mode and move on from any sadness, any pain, any resentment, so you can reconcile together. Yeah, remember who you are and where you came from. I feel like you want to go dig deep into like some of the self-care, meditation, taking time, take a bath, go to the beach, go outside, connect to the like the Taurus energy that's here this month, get grounded back into this moment, into the energies that are available to you so you can move on from the pain of the karmic toxic shit that's been sitting around, okay? You got to release those old emotions and go within to your senses, into your intuition, and listen. And emotions are heightened right now. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel those things, but become aware of them and release them and heal them, and just keep releasing the toxic shit. Keep removing those lies that like I'm this and I'm that and blah 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 blah. Whatever it is, let it go. Even if you're lying to yourself about him, maybe you feel like he's just a horrible, no good, blah 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 blah. Well, obviously he's not going to show up for a divine union if you're telling yourself all that, because you're going to protect yourself from that. So cut the cords of anything that he's done wrong and forgive him. And if you can't forgive him, if it's unforgivable, then let go of him and forget him, and then find the new person that's going to embody that true divine energy. But you're the only one that can determine that for yourself. If you feel like he's no good and blah, 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 don't expect him to be knocking on your door tomorrow. But if you feel like he is a divine embodiment, he is, you know, that person that you're meant to be with, then you make that decision and you heal those wounds that have happened. Because a lot of times we reject ourselves in these situations by the way that we behave or the way that we expect them to be, because of like how we feel about ourselves. So endings are really just new beginnings. Pray and ask for help and support, and know that true love will be yours. Cleanse the old energy, become aware of the old energy, and stop running from the truth so he can stop running from the truth. And cut any cords to the old people and the old traumas and the old unresolved shit that's been out there. And know that like whatever's toxic is not good for you, but true love will be yours when you release whatever's toxic, whether it's your own beliefs or whether it's the like staying with somebody that's not, or staying in love with somebody that's not good for you. You're the only one that can determine that, but you will know. Okay, so if he comes to ask for forgiveness and says I'm sorry and all of that, but you're still holding on to karmic stuff, you've got to work on that. Okay, so I feel like that might be something that just requires some self-love and realization. Again, asking those questions that I already mentioned earlier of like, if you feel like he abandoned you or he cheated on you or he lied to you or whatever, ask yourself, where did I do that? Where did I do that? Because they're supposed to be your mirror. So if somebody's mirroring you, they're going to mirror you those sad, bad things too, depending on where you're at. So protect yourself, be honest with yourself, and just love yourself unconditionally. And if you can't accept the apologies, then find the man that can bring you the truth and bring you the good shit and bring you the Ace of Pentacles that we all want for your Four of Wands, which is something valuable and worthy of having. And it comes with romance and strength and none of that devil toxic bullshit. But I feel like you can reconcile with this person when you see in the way of where you need to see and believe in what you need to believe, and have the truth of the situation become illuminated to you of like, maybe it was imbalanced because I was imbalanced. Maybe he did that because I was expecting him to do that. Maybe he cheated on me or whatever, not even cheated, or just like maybe he did something that made me feel this way because I thought he would, or I felt like I wasn't valuable enough, or I was insecure, or I was worried that might happen. Whatever we think or believe or whatever we predict, we create. So know that you're fully supported and loved. Forgive yourself for anything that you've done, and know that your union can be manifested, but you've got to get over the towers that have already happened with healthy boundaries so they don't happen again, fault of others. But know that it's a slow go sometimes, and it's just up to us to make that judgment call. But I do feel like this person does love you. I feel like a lot of times there's illusions wrapped up within illusions out of insecurities and all of those doubts and all that shit. And it takes us requiring our temperance and our balance, our emotional, like, new beginnings. And finding the right people, you know. Sometimes it's just the wrong person. And it's like we just had to heal enough to see that. So we're not out in a desert of misery for the rest of our lives, okay? So hopefully that assists you. And yeah, again, illusions may be keeping you from your balance. And this is union, you know, this is that union place that people need to be in a place of balance for it to happen. All right. He seems so cold, though. However, he hides a lot. I'm amazed for sure. Counterparts. He is good at hiding how he feels, so I didn't expect him to be my person. However, Yes, he feels like the masculine version of me. We like similar things. We learn a lot. Wow, I haven't seen your videos in a while. Thank you. I have to let go of it. Yeah. See, when you're holding on to resentment and you're holding on to things like that, it will block you. Brittany, I'll take one more if you wanted to do one. And then when you're feeling that way, like this, he self-sabotaged and he got scared of liking me, so he stopped communicating. But I feel that it's shifting for the better, learning to lower his walls. He has been hurt by the past. Yeah. So again, like you just said, I have all these things and I have done that and I felt this way and blah 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 blah. That's what they do back to you. The karmic contracts. They're logical. They're not. They're logical. You're emotional. So you've got to protect yourself and not get like sucked into that craziness or that chaos that's out there. Just know that you're fully supported and loved, and your divine counterpart is always going to show you what you're showing him. So utilize your light, raise the vibe, be the divine feminine for the rebirth and the new beginning. And then also look into Atlantis. I feel like there's some Atlantean things that you need to learn about from your past lives. It says say no, cut cords. I believe I have thinking of there's a meditation on this channel for the dolphins and the Syrians. I think that one will help you. Then there's one on the Bridget Rau channel, Swan Lake. That one will help you. And then the Argatha one, I think anybody here tonight could benefit from that one. To connect with those galactic councils, to help us to figure out what we need to say no to and what we need to say yes to. And know that you possess those light codes and that awakening is coming. But we've got to do that work. We've got to go into our emotions. We've got to go into our mind. Like we get distracted here on this planet by all the little rails and the 30-second boop boop boops and all this craziness and envy and hate and nerves and hostility and I'm worried and I'm stressed and I'm mad and I'm bad and I've been sabotaged and I'm sabotaging myself and I'm so weak and blah, blah, blah. It's designed that way. So don't fall into a victimhood of that. Just, know that he regrets shit. He sabotaged shit. He's aware of it. But he can't get his mind off of you. But he's also distracted. So when you get distracted and you have little things that you're lying to yourself about or you're feeling regrets about, know that he's doing that too. But when you find that balance inside of yourself, he can find that balance inside of himself. When you find that strength to overcome those illusions, he finds that strength to overcome those illusions. I'm having trouble with, okay. If you have a question, you can give me the question, and there's other places, or on my Etsy. This is what I tell people too. Like sometimes, like if they have a trouble, on my Etsy, I have these PDF downloads that it's like I don't have to do anything for you. You just download it, but they're all under $10, so that can equal out as like a thing too. There's one for manifesting abundance, and there's one that's like a 30-day workbook for working with the cards, and each day gives you an answer. But I let people do that sometimes in place of a super chat, or in place of like somebody wanted to buy my deck the other day and she wanted to add the 11 cards, but I took the option off of that. So I said, just buy one of those and I'll give you the 11 cards, at that price. So she's getting a lot more for her money. You know what I mean? I hope you're doing well. I would like some insight on my career job situation. I've been feeling a bit lost and I don't know what I should do next. I hope to get, okay. Thank you. This reading resonated very much. Yes, I have to book on Atlantis. So, yes, do that. Grateful. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, so let's see what's going on with your work. I have my life purpose oracle right here. All right, I got light and love and support. So this says your purpose is to bring healing light to this world, okay? And then support says your life purpose fully supports you. And then there's an angel here with protected. It says you are safe and supported while you change your career. So take charge of this situation and talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. Okay, so don't worry about things. Know that you're free to choose whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. And writing or books may be part of it. All right, you may need to write a book, or you might need to read a book, or you might need to write something that's going to help you to build the foundation of your freedom, okay? Because I feel like nutrition or just like even animals or flowers, whatever, I feel like they don't want me to give you a specific thing because you're a healer. So you can heal through all of those ways, through light and love. You can love other people through studies and becoming a spiritual teacher. You can love and inspire others by becoming a teacher of children. You could travel the world and speak to people, and that could be your career. There's infinite abundance available. You could do oracle cards, creative expression, which is oracle cards, which is speaking, which is writing a book, which is any of those things. But your heart desire is what you should do. And school is also here. So I feel like you could either be a teacher or receive some sort of teaching at this time that's going to help you step fully into your role as an energy healer. You're meant to be a healer, okay? So they want you to study that. They want you to speak on that. They want you to do the counseling that comes with that and to practice that. So it doesn't mean you quit your job today and that's what you're just doing now full time, but you can slowly transition over to that justice of balance into your life. You can travel there slowly. You can teach children. You could be an artist, an energy artist. Like I used to do that. I have like art that like I encode energy into it. Or I have writing where it's like I encode energy into it. I do automatic writing. But I feel like you could do that too with your energy healing thing. You could write a book on nutrition. You could write a book about the environment. You could just study something about body work or whatever it is. But if you practice and speak about it, you can change the career trajectory and be happy within your family life and your home life and your ability to. I feel like they want you to look at nutrition. Okay, I don't know if that's for you particularly. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. So trust yourself and know that you are a healer, but nutrition may be something that they want you to decide on because this world is messed up right now. People don't realize that like they're putting stuff into our food and that they're like literally doing shit like under the fucking guise of whatever, and it's gonna hurt a lot of people. You know, like our free will is being taken away from us. So your freedom right now is to be somebody that can go inspire and help and teach others about that before it's too late or before they're down the road 10 years from now. Like, what happened? And it's, oh, that food you've been eating, they didn't tell you, but this is what they did to it. So you could be a spiritual teacher, but whatever you do, you need to let go of your fears, your doubts, your insecurities. Know that there's children that could be inspired by your purpose too. It says your life purpose involves helping and teaching children. Let go and walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. So I feel like you might be staying in a job right now that you may feel like, oh, this is where my abundance is. This is where I'm supposed to be, or this is where I went to school for, or this is what I did, you know, but a career change may be the best for you, especially if you've been finding brick walls or finding like, I don't know, there's infinite abundance out there. You're on the right path when you step into the leadership role, you know, and explore your options, write what you would like to write, be the artist of your life. I definitely feel like you could be a spiritual teacher or healer, Reiki healer, somebody of that nature. Where is that deck? I have, where's that other deck? I don't know where that other deck is. Earth Angel, you're a light worker who has come to the earth to teach about love. Look at authority figures. You need to be authority. If you have a boss right now, that's not going to be working for you, okay? So, like, in the time of Egypt, you were probably a high priest or a high priestess. You may have been persecuted by authority figures in another life. So, part of your lessons and blessing is being your own authority figure in this life and exploring the arts. So, that could be writing, that could be singing, that could be anything. But this is like tapping back into your Atlantean self to come. And that's going to help your love life. That's going to help your family life. That's going to help you be the authority figure of your life and like that knighthood of like, yeah, motherfucker, I do what I want when I want. This is my lesson. This is my blessing. This is my decision. I'm not going to be imprisoned on this planet. I'm not going to be a slave of society. I'm not going to let food and hunger fears keep me from embodying who I want to be, getting in that ship and sailing to where I want to be, because I am a powerful light worker. And it is safe for me to be powerful. My spiritual power brings me great blessings in love and service to the divine, vegetarian, vegan. There's that food. It says fresh organic fruits and vegetables give you a boost of high life energy, which elevates your spiritual frequency. You need to tell people about food. You need to do something with food. You may need to even change your food. Like if you've been eating certain stuff, be aware of what you're eating. Use your third eye. Cancel, clear, delete. Cancel, clear, delete. Don't be taking in that bad stuff, because You are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh item situations and relationships. Shield yourself, protect yourself. Have you asked your angels for help with this? Because they want to help you. And you also have a spiritually based relationship. So you may be supposed to be doing something with the person that is going to help you with this, you know, like the food and hunger thing. This is also part of your spiritual religion thing, okay? So whoever you're going to marry may be meant to be working with you in terms of this, okay? So you've got vows on all those levels, you've got wisdom on all those levels. When you fully embody and step in your power and you're like, yeah, I'm ready to be in my control, that's when that's going to come. So you're like, all that stuff's going to come together. You'll be working with your husband, you'll be working with your twin flame, you'll be healing the things from your parents, which are authority figures. Just know that they loved you to the best of their ability and they did what they could with what they knew. But they, you know, cut your cords to anything like that. And anybody out there, know that you are a medium. You have powerful gifts. You can work with crystals. And your heart chakra needs to open fully so that you can trust yourself and trust your third eye and trust the wisdom and shield yourself to the naysayers and shield yourself to your own naysayers. Be willing to forgive the people that came and did things that weren't so great. Ask the angels to help you. Call in the power animals. Call on Archangel Michael to protect and cut the cords. Know the law of attraction is on your side at all times. So whatever you believe will be. If you feel like I can't do that, I'm not good enough, blah, 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 that's going to be the truth. And if you're worried about finances, whatever fear you feed into is going to be the truth. Forgive your father for anything that happened there. Male-female imbalances may be happening at this time because you need to forgive your father, and you may need to do some work with karmic relationships so that you can fully embody your power, and then you can leave and travel to become that scribe or that writer and write about health and all of that. And if you've had unrequited love in this life, it's given you wisdom. You've taken vows to deal with this stuff. The food and the hunger thing is part of it. The arts is part of it. You might need to get creatively expressive in the way that you are artful about the farming and about the way that we do food here and the way that people are on the planet. And this comes from Atlantis and that time of that war and battle that was in Atlantis, that was in a galactic war, okay? Galactic war, Atlantis war. You've been here for both of them. You've been here as a Native American. You've been on the ships. You've traveled places. Your finances will be fine and protected. You will be okay. You have that high priestess mystery teaching inside of you. You are a high priestess, okay? So communal living, you may even be able to help people in that sense too, or like going to a school that has like a lot of people living there as like a college or something where you need to write a book and then go do a seminar on the book about being their own authority figure and mother stuff too, okay? Not just dad, it's also mom. It's going to help with health. It's going to help with forgiveness. And the angels are there to support you with this. So work with Archangel Michael to release what no longer serves your life purpose. That's what it says. And singing and dancing. Have a good time on the way. Don't let your fears and doubts, life doesn't need to be bogged down and miserable or stressed out. It shouldn't be. We should be having fun. We should be excited. We should be like, yeah. So the person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural born leader. You're a natural born leader, girl. You need to be the one doing what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. And anything that resonated that I said, like whatever it was, whether it was just forgiveness or whatever, go write and journal about who am I? What do I want to do? What am I here for? What is my mission and purpose? And just let it come out. Ask the angels to guide you and show you and protect you and give you that guidance and be your own authority figures. Don't give your power away, and inspire other people. It could be working with animals too, but there's some sort of career change that wants to come about within you, and it's going to require strength because you may be afraid of it, but you're going to end up being a teacher. You're going to end up inspiring a lot of people. Just know you're on the right path. You know, whatever feels right within what I've said here, or whatever feels right within yourself, whether it's speaking or writing or both, there's something there for you. Children and animals can benefit. The whole planet can benefit when it's about that food shit, okay? But you might need to school some people about that. Be that healer about that. You may need to start with yourself, you know? Like if you're not eating the right stuff, it's going to mess everything up. So heal yourself and then heal others is what we do, right? So as you learn yoga, then you turn around and become a teacher of yoga. As you learn Reiki, then you turn around and teach other people Reiki. As you learn nutrition, you turn around and teach other people nutrition. So whatever you study, the best way to become a master of what we study, whether it's nutrition or whatever, freedom, like our rights and our stuff like that, you become the teacher of it by like you become the master of it by teaching it to others. It could be body work, it could be building, it could be whatever. Like you could become a bodybuilder, you could become whatever you want to be, but you just have to believe in yourself. Your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. I feel like this is again energy healing. You're an energy healer. It could be on animals, it could be on kids, it could be with writing, it could be with whatever. But you're a counselor naturally through your words or through the speaking or through the writing that you're going to be delivering. So that's how you're going to get your infinite abundance, and you have the freedom to decide which way or what topic or even multiple topics. You could write a book about energy healing, and then a book about the environment, and then a book about flowers, and then a book about incorporating all that stuff into kids, and then one about sensitivity, one about being a writer, one about being a leader, one about being an indigo, one about being in yoga. You could do whatever you want to do anytime you want to do it, but we got to believe that and know that, and then decide it and take the action on it, and fully, you know, show up for it. But you definitely have that ability to counsel others, and spirit wants to help you with this. You're an artist at your soul, but art doesn't have to be what we think of as like, oh, she made a painting. It could be writing, it could be healing, it could be singing, it could be dancing, it could be just doing light and love stuff, it could be making videos, it could be speaking in a certain way, it could be arranging flowers. You know, it could be essential oils, it could be candles, it could be crystals, it could be whatever you want it to be, because there's infinite possibilities, and you can be supported and have that justice come to your life when you believe that and trust that, know that, and take back that full-on authority figure thing. But I really feel like they want you to write, at least just write to yourself or journal to yourself about it, because I feel like that's going to give you some clarity. And they're saying cancel, clear, delete. So cancel, clear, delete the negative thoughts. Cancel, clear, delete the fears and the doubts and the insecurities. Use only positive words and thoughts as they are rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of the past negative thinking, cut the cords. And when you truly, fully embody your mission and your purpose, and you listen to that stuff that's coming through your ears, they're going to bring you into alignment so that you can do this like right beside the person that you're meant to be with and do that with. So again, I really feel like food is involved in it, and you are an indigo, so you're a natural leader. You're going to have to speak your truth. You're going to have to put yourself out there. You're going to have to be that power animal for yourself. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense in some way. I feel like they gave you a lot of ways that it could be. But writing, yeah, look, there it is again. Fucking scribe or writer, scribe or writer, scribe or writer. Scribe or writing is going to help you in your spiritual stuff, and it's going to help you with forgiveness. It's going to help you to find the right spouse. It's going to help you to forgive your mom and your dad. And it's going to help you to re-anchor those teachings of Atlantis. Look, there's Atlantis. Your crown chakra already knows the wisdom and the teachings. You've just got to trust it to come through and not hold back. Don't bite your tongue. You know, like when I do these readings, I don't think. I'm just like, blah, 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 and people are like, thank you so much. I'm like, you're welcome. I have no idea what I said. Like, it just comes. So don't make a big deal out of it. Just trust yourself. You are the authority in this situation, and you can create whatever you want to create it anytime you want to create it. The diamond-hearted Dakini. I see the light in my own darkness, and I face my ego beliefs to feel free. You need to feel free. You don't feel free right now. In some way, it's like you're holding back, or you're blocking like the opportunities because you might just not believe in yourself fully, or whatever. You're just a victim of being on this fucking planet. But your intuition is guiding you and telling you something's not right. You're bored. You're not happy. You're not feeling like fulfilled. But you got to stop lying to yourself. Don't deceive yourself. You've been lying to yourself and others, and you have the courage to fix this. You have that power inside of you. Just don't self-sabotage. Don't fall into the victim role. Surrender and know that your desires are meant to be fulfilled. We don't have desires just to fucking feel like, oh, I would like to have that, but I'm never gonna. Or isn't that nice to feel like I would like that, but I can't have it? It's not like that. Whatever we desire, we can create, and we desire it for a fucking reason. It's meant for us, you know? Sometimes there's things that we shouldn't desire, but like we're gonna know, like fulfilling or detrimental. I'm gonna desire the fulfilling. I'm not gonna desire the detrimental. And when I do that, my life works out better. Okay. You're welcome. You can be stubborn when asked for guidance. from my guidance, but your messages have definitely helped me, and it's a kick in the butt. Thank you. All right, so this is going to be the last one. You hate corporate jobs. Oh, so funny. I've been pushing that rule in my jobs, but thank you. I feel validated. My confusion. I'm definitely over with working for yeah. Sometimes it's like we just, it's the signs come in mysterious ways. Like when I get synchronicity, I'm like, what the hell, man? Like, it's so weird. Like, Cygnus is a fucking concept. What? But it's like all tied into all this other stuff. Me trying to explain that to other people, I sound like I need to be institutionalized. But I know I don't. It's just like, and if anybody pays attention and sees like that massive amount of stuff that's like popping up everywhere, they realize too that I'm not just making it up and I'm not crazy. Like, there's legitimate stuff coming through, but it is hard when it's our own life and it's our own guides, and they're like 333, ha ha ha. Thanks. What are my energies of my person on my mind? All right, so the person on your mind, and again, this is the last one, guys. All right, Knight of Cups. We got somebody who is feeling romantic and feeling with the Ace of Wands. They would like to come to you. They feel like you're the Queen of Wands, or like somebody that's like magnetic and attractive, somebody that knows their own power. It's all good. I see the size number sequence all the time so much. I'm like, what the? I know. Like, what is this? There is number. Like, give them your own definition. Write them down. Like, do the 111 to all the things and give them their own definition. That way you know what they're telling you when you see them. So, like, 5s are change for me, 4s are angels for me, 3s are the ascended masters for me. So that helps me to limit it and to know what they mean when I see it. But of course, it's not always like 27 was just like a random one that started coming in like nonstop, and I'm like, what does that mean? But other ones like the 444 and those like those I can handle. But define things yourself. That's what we're gonna be talking about in this level 2 of Elsion Light Healing, where it's like make your own dictionary for spirit, because spirit knows what you think, so they show you what you think. So if you see a dolphin and dolphin represents freedom to you, then take that as that message. But if you see 333 and 333 means third parties to you, then take that as what it means to you. And they can transfer, like every time I read a person, I get a different thing for each thing. But you will know what your dictionary is. So for this person, your person seeing you in an attractive, magnetic, desirable way, I feel like there's something here where they feel like maybe you've walked away or they walked away. There could have been third parties involved. There could have been something there where it was like things have just gotten stuck. But I feel like their wish would be to communicate with you. They see you as like the Knight of Cups, somebody romantic. And I feel like they would like to be romantic with you, but they're burdened and they're afraid to plant the seeds of potential that would grow into something. So they need strength. They're feeling blocked. Like they want to be happy, but they're blocking themselves. For some reason, there's something going on. I feel like they need to work on self-love, that they could be, again, blocking themselves. That four of Pentacles, that's like, I'm not going to let anybody near me. I don't love anybody, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to juggle my own value and worth. Like, I'm not the Empress. The Justice card is, again, here where it's like, I feel like there's just been an imbalance, an unjust type of energy that's led to a lot of anxiety and a need for self-love and like a need for things to spin into the favor again, but it's not doing that right now. Like there's been some sort of block that's going really, really slow. So bad behaviors, if you've been slipping into any bad thoughts, bad behaviors, or old things that really don't work for you, or there's abusive stuff that you need to heal from, or people have lied to you in the past, just be aware of that, because I feel like your senses are aware and telling you like what's good for you, what's not good for you. Go outside, escape the mind. This hasn't been good for you, whatever's going on in your mind, and somebody's been running from the truth, which I feel like could be this person. But when you step out of your comfort zone and you clear that old energy away, and you know that you've known the worst, prepping for the best, it's going to help you. All right, pay attention, especially if third parties are involved and other things like that. Release those emotions and let that be the end of that, so that you don't bring that in again. Create the reality that you want to create. Create and know that you can inspire other people to rise to the occasion, to follow their passion, and to evolve out of the old codependent behaviors or out of the old toxic bullshit that people do. If that person keeps running from the truth, ask yourself, where am I running from the truth? There's lessons hidden in all of this, and it's time for you to face the triggers. Something here was meant to make you stronger, and anywhere that you felt codependent, you need to release that so that they can, okay? Because when we have these things with other people, there are mirror, regardless if it's twin flame, divine counterpart, whatever the fuck we want to call it. People come up and they mirror us a lot of times. It may not be a perfect mirror. It's like they show us what we need to do to nurture healthy relationships. They show us where we're off path. When I'm like, oh, that person abandoned me. Well, where did I abandon myself? Oh, that person lied to me. Where did I lie to myself? You know, think about that within it. Ask people's intentions straight out the gate. Bring awareness to yourself and others, and know that you are spiritually protected. So when something doesn't work out, usually there's a reason for it. But I feel like you need to nurture healthy relationships. Something from Atlantis is being played out within this too. Says where of power struggles, here to heal from the fall. So whatever happened in Atlantis, there could be unknown aspects of that. You may have been married to this person at that time. Says inner happiness and contentment passed on from a past life. So you have happiness and joy that you can tap into, but something happened at probably the end of Atlantis that took your peace away and caused some discordant energies and dishappiness. You know, I'm sad, I'm bad, I'm bad, blah, blah, blah. But you have that magic inside of you to heal that. And there could be a dark entity around that I feel like this person or yourself may have been in the duality of the light in Atlantis. So a lot of people at the fall of Atlantis knew what was going on, knew what happened. A lot of people fell into the bad situation, okay? A lot of us were not good at the end. We did some shitty shit. We left people to die. We were basically murderers, and we manipulated the crystals, and we manipulated the DNA, and we did a lot of shit that's been happening lately. That's what led to that fall. That's what led to that like cleanse, okay? So we need to go within and not get pulled back into that again. We're here to overcome that. We're here to be the opposite of that. So if you were evil or dark or like you did any of those things, that love that you would have had there would live on in this lifetime. But you're here to be the shaman. You're here to be the healer. You're here to overcome anything that may have happened in that last life, okay? So there's passion that started in another life for you to breathe into this life. You are a healer, but you got to heal yourself to heal others. You may feel orphaned here because a lot of us are not from here. A lot of us are from the stars, so we don't really feel like part of the family. But again, you are a healer. You have a purpose for this. There's a karmic thing, but everybody has karma in their relationships. It doesn't matter. But I do feel like you were married to this person in the time of Atlantis and something happened at the fall, and you're here to be in the duality of that life. So instead of ending badly, you can end good. So you could be wealthy, you can be with your twin flame, you can be, you know, dancing, enjoying, and having a good time, and honoring the stuff of creation, like not manipulating other people, getting back into the present moment, seeing the hidden lessons within all of it, affirming our power back, knowing that we have free will. We could be good or bad, we could be sad or mad, we could be hated or loved. We have that free will to decide, but we got to cut our cords from the past and from those old experiences and know that this is like the ultimate new beginning in this life. We don't have to be who we were before. We don't have to deal with what we dealt with before. We have fears a lot of times based off of things. Like a lot of times we don't even know why we're afraid of something or what we're doing to ourselves and what belief we're holding on to. But a lot of them are coming from other lives, but they were there to make us stronger. So you got to get into that ritual of clearing out the old energies, facing the triggers, affirming your power, seeing the abundance that you can have, and know that you've already had the worst, prepping you for the best. This is, I miss your love, I miss your body, I miss you, everything about you I miss, and I cannot get you out of my mind. So I feel like this person, you know, they have you on their mind, and they say, you are the most beautiful goddess I've ever met. When I think about you, it takes everything I have not to reach out. You are the, when I think, yeah, so these two just came out again. So they see you as like a beautiful goddess, you know, they see you as somebody that they would like to reach out to you. They feel you in their heart and soul. They can't get you out of their mind, but you both have major work to heal. And it says, please forgive me and focus on you. You deserve more. So know that if you've been having any doubts about what you deserve, or if you have any doubts about this person being in your life, or if you could make it work, what can I do to make this work? If you feel like I don't know what to do to make this work, they're going to feel that way too. So you got to help them to heal by you healing. So a lot of us get caught up on things and we're like, how can I help them? Or how can I do this for them? That's the wrong approach to stuff, because when we do that, it's like the opposite of what we should be doing. We want to be like doing like, how can I heal for me? I just heard something yell out there. I think it was one of those fucking Fisher cats. But you got to bring awareness to your situation. What are you passionate about? What bad behaviors you're holding on to? Know that you can have this evolution. Set the intention to ask the intent and set clear ones for yourself. Know that there's hidden lessons in all of this, and that true love will be yours. So when you feel that, know that, and believe that, you can move on, and don't look back. Don't look back at the old things. Just know, like, you didn't do this to me, but I'm afraid of what you could do. So again, if people have hurt you, or if you have fears, you have doubts, you have insecurities, you have stuff inside of you that's like, "Ooh," it doesn't matter where it came from. A lot of times they're going to embody it, or they're going to mirror it back to us. So if you don't feel like the perfect person inside of yourself, work on the beliefs, work on the affirmations, work on the energies around it, do some past life meditation. I would listen back to the other readings I did tonight, because a lot of them have the same type of messages coming through like they usually do. And then any anxiety that you have, any pain that you have, let it go by cutting the cords and just choosing to focus on love, coming from love and bringing awareness to others from love, and not running from your truth so that they don't have to run from their truth, and be in that ritual practice of, I'm creating magic, I'm creating abundance, I'm going outside and breathing the fresh air, an attitude of gratitude, an attitude where I meditate, an attitude where I step out of my comfort zone. All of those things are going to help us phenomenally to be caring for ourselves, protecting ourselves, clearing off the old things from ourselves that are blocking us from all of these wonderful things that we can have in our lives. So you have a catalyst here. And when you stop sweeping things under the rug and you just come out into your full power, realize that you're protected, you're an inspirer, and you're a creator, that's what you'll be embodying, and that's what you'll be seeing, and that's what you'll be feeling, and that's what you'll be doing. But a lot of us get, deterred from that, or we don't feel like we're fully that. But healthy boundaries with the people who mess with our emotions, and healthy boundaries with our own triggers, can be like, much better for us and help us significantly. So if anybody did anything wrong to you, you may need to forgive them without them even saying it. And then again, be careful of your self-sabotage behaviors, and they may be self-sabotaging due to their own, but sometimes they do it because we mirror it to them, or like we just think something silly, and we don't even know that we think it. A lot of times it's subconscious. So when I call people out on this stuff, just know that I do it too. We all do it. It's a natural thing. It's just in us from like our childhood, like something somebody said to us at one point, one time. We took it into our mind. We're like, oh yeah, that's a thing. And we believe that, but it's usually wrong. So take that next level commitment to yourself to see things from a new perspective. Don't take offense to things. If you want ultimate fulfillment, you got to look through those new eyes and see, like, I am beautiful, I am perfect, I am balanced, I am good. I don't have to have hostility. I don't have to have bad endings. I don't have to be weak and broken, and I can fix anything that is broken. I have the courage to do whatever. I'm not, I am responsible for my situation, and I'm not going to stay stuck. I'm not limited. I'm not stupid. I'm not silly. I don't deserve this. Don't let the manipulation of the world manipulate you. Know what you want, and know that you can have it by changing that focus, and any anger or resentment or any rage or anything like that that's coming up, either from them or yourself. It's usually because we did something foolish in our lives, but we can find peace again and release that darkness again and become seductive again when we drop those hostilities. So she may or he may be having hostilities towards you or sabotage towards you because of their own stuff, but they wouldn't be there. You wouldn't be there if there wasn't a mirror. The denial wouldn't be there. The fear wouldn't be there. Any of that stuff that we have would not be there if we didn't have it on some level, because everybody mirrors to us. Everybody's secrets come out. It doesn't matter whether it's been vocalized or physically taken action on. We do this to each other because that's how we are. We attract each other for that reason. So advancement says, a strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the stirrings of your heart. And then observation is here. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. So just look at the divine matrix of everything. Be patient with everything. Know that nothing is like an attack or a personal attack. Nothing is, usually even directed at us from other people. It's usually our own stuff being directed at us from other people, but we don't even realize it because it's subconscious. But meditation, take a moment to connect to the source through quiet, reflective meditation is going to help you significantly to make the choices that you need to do within your life that will lead you to celebration. And gratitude is that magic little thing that amplifies our manifestations, and it amplifies the good and the abundance and the joy and all of that. But I feel like the source dragon says, attunes you to the infinite. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. So again, be in the moment, be in the silence, meditate and allow. And then the earth and dragon water says, I create the foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. Don't doubt. Don't go to self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is literally just thinking the doubts of like, that's not going to happen. I'm not good enough about it. Blah, blah, blah. Any of that stuff, just don't let that come into your mind. And if it does come into your mind, do the cancel, clear, delete, release all that shit so that it doesn't. Yeah, illuminate, illuminate, illuminate. Be firm, commit to your resolve. Know that you are not alone in this universe, and know that a comforting presence is on the way for you at this time. And then move with the flow. So go with the flow. Divine union is coming for you, okay? But you got to believe it and trust it so that those obstacles that are being cleared away stay away. And crown yourself as the divine person that you are. There is no death. You are divine. You are beautiful. You deserve all of the good things that we would all like to have. And don't take anything for granted. You know, again, gratitude, prepare for the major events, and we're wakening up that divine masculine energy right now. Gratitude for everything in our lives will really amplify things in our lives. And then calling in protection will help us too, so that we don't have any bad stuff come up from, whatever. But be open to communication from unexpected places. So if you haven't heard from this person, or it's been weird or whatever, fulfilling opportunities are on the horizon. Your goal is within reach, where you can crown yourself with that illumination. So be grateful, grateful, grateful. See it as it's already here. Wow, that person reached out to me. Wow, that person's here for me. Go into the silence and literally imagine it. What does it look like, taste like, smell like, feel like, to see that and have that and be that and in that relationship, or in that connection, or in that success, or in that joy, or whatever it is you would like. Let's fulfill each other's fantasies, but you've got to pretend like you've already got them. This person wants to be with you forever. You deserve everything this world has to offer. I wish I could just tell you how I feel. So see them doing that. See them doing all of that. Look, I'm miserable. So if they're miserable, it's probably a reflection of you not being fully happy either. But they say they want to fix everything. They want to travel together. They want to fulfill each other's fantasies. You deserve everything, but they need a little time, because I feel like there's been blocks out of insecurities and doubts. Look, you're perfect. You are perfect. You probably feel the same way back. So think about that for each other. I'm perfect. I am perfect. I am perfect. So that they can say that too. I know you're my twin flame. Union will come. I miss your body. Anything that we doubt or think or feel, they usually do too. So be the leader within that. 11:11 union will come. Instead of the doubts, like, do you love me? I love you. I love me. I'm loved. I'm loved. I'm loved. I'm loved. I'm amazing. Look, 12:12. I'm moving forward. I'm healed. I'm aligned. I'm in union. I'm a manifester. I'm grateful for all of this divine perfection. I'm seeing everything in a new way. There's my 10 of cups. There's my happily ever after. I'm not left out in the cold. What are you talking about? I'm amazing. I'm awesome. I'm perfect. I'm beautiful. There's no burdens, there's no drama, there's no trauma, there's no karma. I'm cleared. I've already worked on all of that. I'm great. I'm awesome. I'm healed. I'm aligned. I'm perfect. I deserve love. I deserve respect. I deserve to feel safe. I deserve to take a leap of faith. I deserve to move on from my pain. I deserve to be the empress or the emperor. I deserve to be loved unconditionally. I deserve to give love unconditionally. I deserve to receive valuable offers. I deserve to feel good no matter what it is, or how I do it, or where I do it. When I lie to myself and say that I don't deserve, or I ain't enough, or I did this wrong, or or I could be better, or that's the devil, toxic, karmic crap lying to us. So don't let that happen. Be stronger than that, and see your value and your worth, so that others do too. All right. So thank you guys very much. The way you speak of yourself matters. Yes. All right, so there's that 2723227. Thank you guys very much for joining me tonight. I'm going to be back tomorrow, I think, and then next week, and then I'll be back on. I think I'm gonna be on Bridget Rau tomorrow night for one of these, and then Friday. I just heard something. Friday is the moon, and then Tuesday is the next Tuesday is the Bridget Rau members, and then next Thursday is the Divine Essentials members. There's a Fisher cat out there, and it's freaking me out because I don't want my dad to let the dog out. But I'm gonna go now and make sure that that doesn't happen. But thank you guys very much. I will see you guys either tomorrow on the Bridget Rau channel, Friday on this channel for the moon event, or next week for the 2 member events. I do them live, but only members can comment. So thank you guys very much. And Munay, namaste.